Wanted the best? You got the best. The hottest podcast in the world. From the dungeon. With your hosts, Mark A. Bernardo and Dee Rotten. Don't miss out, cause you will be left out. Yeah.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Yo,
there you
everybody? We're here.
We're back. I'm stealing your words now. But we're here with big motherfucking Zeus, bass player from Mamaluke, Hudson County fucking legend over here.
Give it up.
Thank you.
Episode 12 here at the dungeon.
That'll be
With
episode
the big
12.
man.
Hell yeah.
Word up.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
No problem, bro. No problem, man.
All right.
So what's going on, bro? How you doing today, man? How was your trip coming down? Well, it wasn't that far, but I mean coming
Not
down the
far.
Forest Street.
Not far at all. Yeah, right from Hoboken, man. Like 10 minutes from here.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers are lucky, bro. When I fucking leave my house, man, I gotta leave like an hour early. I'm like, fuck, man.
Listen, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to say I'm from Hoboken.
Ooh.
The way things are going, bro. For
Shit.
real.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Yeah.
they're fucking. It's kidding. Because I'm about to move and I'm looking at prices of fucking like a 1-bedroom and I'm like, I can't fucking afford that,
Dude,
bro.
it's freaking
I'm
ridiculous.
like, you crazy,
Ridiculous, man.
motherfuckers in Kearney, bro. Motherfuckers, yeah, I just dated where I live, motherfuckers. But I mean, yo, motherfuckers in Kearney, bro. Yo, the 1-bedroom apartment is like $1,400, bro.
Dude, 1,400 won't get you a fucking closet in Hoboken. All right. You're lucky, bro.
Wow.
Shit,
For real.
dude, it's serious like that. I remember it was serious like that when I was growing up
Dude,
over
it's,
there.
it's beyond serious.
God
Serious.
damn, because you got all those brownstones over there and
Well,
shit.
I'll give you a crazy story about a brownstone and how times have changed. My father, God rest his soul,
All right.
when they first came here from Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
it's back in the 60s, and in the 70s, someone, a co-worker of him, was retiring
Okay.
and moving to Florida.
All right.
So he's like, I have a brownstone on Hudson Street.
All right.
Got a basement and 3 apartments, you know. And he goes, you can rent out the basement or move down there with your family or whatever. He
Yeah.
goes, I'll give you the house, the entire house, for $17,000.
Wait, what year was this?
1978, maybe.
17. Damn, that ain't shit.
And my father turned around and he goes, no one in Hoboken pays $17,000 for a house. Are you kidding me? And it happens to be
Hell no.
the house was up for sale like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen it for $1.9 million.
Wait, so your father didn't buy it?
No.
Oh,
I seen it for $1.9 million. I'm like, Pops.
he wasn't thinking about fucking now. how everything is.
No
and
one
shit.
was thinking about now.
Hell no, man.
You know what that is? That investment, the turnaround on $17,000. First of all, that was back in the 70s. So in the 2000s, that house would have been ours. Like
Yeah.
totally, a mortgage would have paid off.
Yeah.
Would have been paid off, and these people, whoever was getting rid of it, listed the house at $1.9 million.
Can you imagine getting a fucking house for like less than $20,000 now?
Yeah.
Never.
No.
I mean, what? Maybe in fucking Georgia or Alabama or something.
Up the street, maybe. You know, but you gotta kick all the freaking squatters out of there, bro.
shit.
For real. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, because if you see what's going up,
Well, you know,
what's happening
you
up
know
the hill.
that you know they're fucking gentrifying this fucking
Yes.
area too, bro. It's
Of course,
coming.
man.
It's coming, man.
Yeah, man.
But you know what though, man? I wouldn't mind gentrification, as if they fucking did not kick us out of our fucking neighborhoods.
But that's the whole purpose.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I smacked myself in the face for saying that one. Bro.
That's the whole thing, man.
You know, I'm just like fuck yo, because to me, I feel like I got strong up out of Jersey City.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
but it's not only happening, to people and where you're gonna live, but it's also with playing music. Like, where do you play like heavy stuff nowadays?
I don't know where the fuck. What you got? What?
Couple of bars in Jersey City. Maxwell's is gone, so
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that shit, dude?
you know what I'm saying? Connections. Remember Connections?
You gotta.
Oh shit!
You even gotta go to Manhattan now, and maybe
Yeah.
some of those.
No, even
places
Manhattan, bro, is fucking
Some of those
losing
places
shit.
ain't there anymore either.
You know what I'm saying? Even music is like somewhat gentrified. Yeah, because everything. We have live music. It's some guy with a guitar. More
Yeah.
power to him. But
No, we got
a
live
full band. You want to
You ain't gonna see no fucking metal band anymore down there, bro.
Nah, man.
And if they are, they're like fucking clones.
Yeah, man. Well, now we have one little place in Jersey City.
What spot you talking about?
The FM.
What the fuck is that?
It's right on. It's on Newark Ave, across the street from I don't know, from White Eagle Hall. Small bar. They start to have live music. They have heavier bands.
Oh,
there,
yeah?
too. Yeah.
Oh shit! I ain't even fucking away. You talking about that Haley joint across the street from the fucking not across the street from that from the firehouse?
No. One more block down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right on the corner.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking know about that.
Yeah, so they have music Thursdays, Fridays.
Well, I know.
Saturdays.
I saw the wedding funeral around the corner from White Eagle Hall. There's a fucking like a locksmith place, and upstairs they got like a fucking what do you call that? They got a fucking a stage, like a fucking DJ setup and shit where you can actually play music there and stuff. I bought fucking tickets off. They sell tickets offline from like Ticketfly or some shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's like, to me, that's like when CBGBs had that fucking in order to get the CBGBs you had to play the other fucking joint.
Yeah,
What
the
was that
little
called?
tiny joint.
Oh, I forget the name of that place.
What was it, right next door? Or
Yeah,
something?
right-
it had
next
its own
door.
name. I forget.
Bro, I remember CBGBs on Sundays used to have like all day music.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like 80. Bro, you used to go there and there was like 85 drum sets on stage because they used to peel off. Right, so like the first
right.
band that played was literally like they was spitting on top of you, and then they would peel away as you went.
Nah.
Right, and one of the few times that I got to go to CBGBs, man, I never forget. I took a spill down them steps, bro. Going down to the bathroom.
that basement shit there?
Yes, bro.
I
From
thought I was the only one that knew
Fell
about
down
that
there?
motherfucker.
bro,
shit.
like from the fifth step all the way down, dude. I was seeing stars as it was, and I missed the wrong step, bro. There was nothing to hold on to, Brrr, like a bowling ball. Bro.
Oh, no, I swear to God, I thought I was the only one that knew about that fucking going down there and shit, that little lobby or whatever. Because I saw fucking I saw Life of Agony there.
Oh man,
And
nice.
I had a fucking 105 fever. So I went downstairs to fucking go fucking sit down and have a drink of water and shit, man. I was like, y'all never.
105 fever.
Yeah, my
Jesus
girl,
Christ.
the girl I was going out with at the time, she had tickets. She wanted to go, and I was like, I'll go anyway. You know, I didn't get to enjoy it, you know, but
Yeah.
but I mean, I was there. You know, I was in the building while Life of Agony was playing. That was during the River Runs Red fucking tour.
Dude. Wow.
That was during that fucking tour.
That was.
I don't know who the fuck played that night, bro, but I know there was a lot of fucking ninja kicks and
Yeah, man.
people fucking they said the singer's fucking brother or something was sitting on top of the speakers that they had up there. It was a
man.
crazy fucking night, man.
Wow. Life of Agony, bro. And they're still around. With,
Well, the drummer just quit,
Sal.
but he joined but he gonna quit Life of Agony and then join some other fucking you know, like a garage band with
right.
fucking with dudes from Typo Negative and something else, you know.
But that's what he did when he was in Typo Negative.
Yeah. Well, he left right before they got big.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he left because he thought that he was going to tour more with Life of Agony than he was with Typo. That was before Black Number One broke. Yeah, Sal Abrascato.
You know, he must have been fucking salty as a motherfucker after Black
Actually,
Number One came out.
Right, but you know what, man? He played on that record, so
Well, yeah, actually, you know what? That's the only fucking album that they have real live drums
Yeah.
for. That's fucking crazy. All the other fucking albums are all programmed
Yeah, man.
drums.
absolutely.
And the last album, bro, very underrated. I don't remember the name of it, bro, but I mean,
Come on.
I can't think of it. I don't have any computer in front of me, motherfuckers. But I mean, I do have the fucking album, bro, and it's like it looks like you got like fucking some dude looking like Dracula on the fucking cover and shit. Very underrated, bro.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Great fucking piece of fucking art from Pete Steele, bro.
You know, I was a huge Typo Negative fan. I've seen them, well, until Pete Steele died, I've seen that band 12 times.
God damn.
Matter of fact, I went on the run. I seen them twice in 3 days. I went to Boston.
Okay.
I got on one of them Chinese buses.
Nice.
Saw them in Boston.
Yeah.
And came back to New York for the Halloween show. I literally had I stopped at Port Authority, went to Hoboken, showered up, came back,
Oh shit.
slept for a couple of hours, and did the Halloween show, the Halloweeny show.
Oh, those must have been fucking some good shows. Like Mark always says, I see a bunch of fucking what do you call them?
Philippine Manson chicks.
Philippine
I saw them
Manson
open
chicks.
for Queensryche. I told you. Yeah.
I'm like,
And
yo,
all the girls coming out with veils and black and
Yeah,
eye
man.
makeup and different ages.
and I'm like, what are you talking like Philippine man? They're all Filipinos.
the day I went, there was a pack of them. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Probably one of the most talented bands out there, but they were like very self-deprecating.
Well, they couldn't play a lot of countries in Europe because Pete Steele had a fucking jail record.
Not only did they have a jail record, but on the first record, Origin of Feces,
Got that one too. Very fucking weird.
Well,
if you're into fucking if you're into Black Number One, that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow.
Because all right, I'll tell you the story behind that. Origin of Feces was actually what was left over from the Carnivore days.
Okay.
And so they got that out of the way. Then they started working on other stuff. But that's why the album's like a lot more hardcore-ish than actual goth.
You feeling that new fucking Carnivore shit? They came back. It's Carnivore something. They got like an abbreviation in front of it, like BC or AD or some shit.
Nah, man.
It's like, dude, how you gonna fucking sit there and fucking rock Pete Steele shit? He's the vocalist.
No, some people don't know that it's fucking you is like fucking the dead. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Like that's until you go to a club, you know, like certain songs, you're like, oh, and that's one of them. That's, you know, you're getting MTV'd, man. Loving you is like, man.
Oh, they cut that fucking whole curse out.
And what else? There's another song like that. Do you remember a band called Mindfunk? Mindfunk had a tune that was like, let me touch you. Oh, baby.
John Monty in that band?
Wow. Who?
John Monty was in that band, right?
Wait, from
Not
Drag
sure.
Pipe?
They're dudes. No, they're
Monty from Drag Pipe?
they have something to do with the whole faction of what came out of Mother Love Bone and Pearl Jam and all that.
Oh,
Might
he's
be a
talking
guy
about
or
some
two.
Seattle shit.
Okay.
Might be, but they were on a label and they had 2 records out. But the one song was when I went to a club one night, went to the Birchill. It was "Let Me Fuck You, oh
Yeah,
baby,"
dude.
and I'm like, wait. And my friend was like, I have the original.
You're
on
like,
the
oh,
thing."
let me click this MTV switch off.
Yeah, no, that's you get caught up. You get caught up sometimes. Who was the biggest band you've bounced for? Anybody? Was somebody?
Yeah, besides bouncing Firmino was killing my singing.
Or
Oh,
somebody?
remember that? That was nuts.
Or somebody you saw bounce and was like, "Yo, this band's incredible. I just heard about them right now."
Okay, I'll tell you probably a band that I knew from day one was going to be a lot bigger than what they were. It was 2 of them. I saw them when I was working. One was 40 Below Summer.
Yes,
Okay.
motherfuckers kick ass.
Blew my mind the first time I seen those guys. I'm like, yo, these dudes are serious. And the other guys were out of Newark. Agents of Man. I
They're
don't
from
know.
Newark?
I think they're from Newark.
They came out during that 2002 fucking El Nino drag pipe era. Yeah.
Those guys were serious.
They had like about fucking 15, 20 bands that year that just came out of nowhere.
And I got to throw a bone out to my boy out there. Come on, Rhythm Trip, bro. Those guys didn't blow your mind. Those guys were
Rhythm
the shit.
Trip.
Yeah.
I gotta check that shit
Tim
out.
McGutchery's band from SOD.
You see it? I gotta check that out.
It was like a like a Rage Against the Machine type thing. 2 rappers, a DJ.
Was it before
Nice.
Rage or like?
It was after Rage.
All right.
Yeah, but definitely.
2 rapper, my favorite 2 rapper band, Shooty's Groove, bro.
I've
seen-
take a ride on the L train.
I actually tried.
Classic.
I've seen
Classic.
them 30 times, and I've actually tried out for them.
Did you really?
They had a thing in the early 2000s where I guess the bass player were trying to come back.
Yeah, man.
And they had an audition, and I did it. But then when they called me, they said they didn't say they got the original guy back, but they said they got a guy. I was like, thanks, it was fun. When we went to the next show, it was the original
Can't
dude,
believe
which
it.
I was digging it because I was like, it just needed to be this guy.
Yeah.
He was that good too. He was the guy I'm practicing to play like.
Right.
And yeah, they were a good band, man.
I saw those guys. I only got to see them one time. I saw them at the Continental years ago.
Nice. Yeah, I never saw them there. That's cool.
I saw them at this club don't even exist no more, man.
Where?
Remember we used to talk about this,
Tramps?
Mark?
Where?
Coney Island High.
No. Remember it was on like fucking 16th Street or fucking. Oh man, I can't. I saw Powerman 5000 there. I can't remember the fucking name, man.
Wait, not the Wetlands.
Was it the Wetlands?
The Wetlands is right outside the tunnel. That was my all-time favorite place. Oh, Don Hills? No, you saying 14th Street?
No, well, no. It was
Irving?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Up in like the early 20s. But on the
I'm gonna start naming places.
Tramps.
Hammerstein Ballroom.
Tramps.
It had to be Tramps.
Had to
though.
be
It had
Tramps
be
is on
Tramps, yeah.
20th Street, right
Yeah,
around the corner from the Limelight.
Yeah, right around the corner.
I missed
from the
that
Limelight.
place. You know what I just did? I Googled Tramps and found the show of No Doubt that I went to. No Doubt was in between a big tour and played at Tramps with H2O and Water Dog.
Okay.
And it's from the board. Oh, this
Yeah.
show, dude. I could feel the clothes ripping off me if I didn't jump. Like that show was one of them. Everybody's jumping. If you didn't, your shit's flying. Yeah. It was cool. It's good that when you YouTube venues now.
Good show.
Right?
Good shows. I saw great shows at Tramps.
Tramps is awesome, man.
I saw probably one of my favorite bands. I know you like them too. King's X.
Oh, my favorite.
2 nights I saw King's X, and they had a really cool Texas band that opened up for them. Their name was the Galactic Cowboys.
Oh, I love them.
Oh,
They're a great band. You know,
those guys
Corey Glover from Living Colour sings with a lot of people now, here and there, and one of them is like dudes from that. Dude, King's X, man.
Right.
What year did you see them, in the 90s?
1996 on the Ear Candy tour. 2 nights, and you know how they always end a show with a cover song.
Yeah.
They rocked "Closer." I'm getting closer to home from
What? The cover?
Yeah.
Can't find my way home.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
get down on your own. That thing.
No, man. Closer to home. Grand Funk Railroad.
Oh, right.
I'm your captain.
Yes.
And they killed it. They killed it.
Galactic. No, it's funny. Yeah, no, Galactic
I like
Cowboys is
that
different.
name,
I'm
though.
thinking of a band called Galactica.
Galactic
but no,
Cowboys,
Galactic
like that.
Cowboys were very good. And
Those guys were
that's
good.
a good era you saw
Like,
them
you
in.
say that, I think of like
King's
Space.
X.
What's that band?
Those
Space
guys were-
Hogs.
Yes, remember those guys?
Yeah.
Space Hog. They have one tune, and that song probably
Yeah.
had the most ridiculous bass line.
Well,
in it.
That was good bass
What
line.
was that?
Right?
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You know what's funny? My father just texted me like, "Hey, you into Space Hog, Dishwalla, and listen, and
Holy
Everclear."
shit.
My father's mad cool and listens to everything under the sun, but like these bands, I went, "Nah, dude, like I don't." I said, out of all three, I went, no, it was Everclear,
Everclear's
Dishwalla, and
good,
that.
though.
I said Everclear.
I like
was really
Everclear
good.
was all right.
Everclear
I
was
like
good.
Yeah,
But I was
But
like,
that
I don't
that
know
was
who
the band,
Dishwalla
the
is.
Father of Mine.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still
They were
I
good.
have that CD, bro. That song puts tears.
They
in
were
my
late
eyes.
bloomers. You could tell those
Yeah,
dudes
man.
were 40 when they hit it.
Yeah,
You know?
I'll tell you. Going back to King's X, I'll point something out
I
to
just
King's
saw them.
X. I'll point something out to you from King's X, and if anyone hearing or if you guys could trump me on this one, then it was.
What?
I think King's X was the first band to record an entire album like in drop D tuning.
No, Soundgarden, bro.
No, that's before that.
That was before that.
What
No,
album
it
you
was-
talking about? The first one? where
Bad
they're-
Motorfinger was
No,
Bad
no,
Motorfinger.
because King's X was 82 and 83
Oh,
and
never
84.
mind, never mind.
Yeah.
You trumped
No,
me
they
on
have.
that one.
No, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. Well, he's got that
'Cause-
bass too. Is he
yeah.
drop D in with that double
No,
eight
actually,
string?
believe it or not, he
Wait.
plays a 4-string,
Wait, what
an
about
8-string.
Black Sabbath?
Couple of Black Sabbath played tuned to D straight across.
Okay.
But I'm talking drop D. Just
All
that.
right, I got you.
But there's something to their sound too that you got to look up, and it's crazy. Maybe if I could find an article on it, I'll throw it your way so you can read it, because I actually looked into it, and it's crazy. Well, he mentioned Doug Pitnick's freaking bass setup. He has 4-string bass, 5,
No.
8, and 12. He plays a 12-string bass.
It's nuts.
All right, but they actually came up with this tuning for a 6-string guitar and a 4-string bass. That they call it like B something. I forgot what it's called.
Right.
It's a 7-string tuning for a 6-string guitar. So that's why you hear them crazy chords in them King's X songs.
They have crazy grooves too.
Yeah,
Like their
crazy
timing's
grooves,
nuts.
and they're like if you really listen to their records, it would be like adding mad distortion to a Beatles record, because all
Yeah.
three of them, it's a 3-piece,
It's just a 3-piece.
and they all sing.
And it's real heavy.
It's super
And
heavy.
it takes turns, and the time signatures are insane. The Jerry Gaskill
So
on
that's
drums
great
is
drummer,
insane.
New Jersey guy.
So they're like Kiss without Ace Frehley singing.
Well,
Doug Pinnick's
do
probably
Kiss.
dude. Doug Pinnick is in his 60s. I don't know if you know this. This
Actually,
guy's
yeah,
very
he's-
old.
he's
a
an older
fucking,
gentleman.
isn't he a fucking
And
vegan
he's
and
on my
shit?
top 5 list of right now. I listen to Glenn Hughes. I think live anyway. Glenn Hughes for his age is the best. Is the
but
greatest
he's
singer.
another one too, Glenn Hughes.
Unbelievable. I think Joey Belladonna too right now for his age is pretty good singing metal.
Yeah,
Joey
absolutely.
Bendal's up there. He
Yeah,
sounds
no.
great.
Absolutely, man.
His voice got
What
better.
about the dudes from Overkill?
Yeah. Oh, Bobby Blitz.
Bobby Blitz?
Bobby Blitz.
That motherfucker still smokes a pack of
I
Marlboro.
just
I'll tell you-
heard Detroit Rock City by them on Trunk. It was
I'll tell you the
good.
craziest story about Bobby Blitz. Going back to maybe mid 90s, early 90s. I was still in high school. Go to L'Amour's in Brooklyn. Remember L'Amour's? To go see Overkill. And I forgot who was opening up for them. So, you know, it was a ruckus, like old school metal crowd. So there was mosh pits, but no kicks. The old school mosh pits.
Nah.
You know, a lot of elbows and you know, and someone stopped if they fell, like they actually picked you up. You know, like not like these freaking kids nowadays. Anyway, so you know, we're making our way out of L'Amour's, and man, we're like hanging out, you know, smoking a couple of cigarettes or whatever, and we see the roadies coming out, you know, bringing gear out. So I told my boy, yo, let's hang out a little bit over here. We might see some of the guys from Overkill. Man, we see Bobby Blitz carrying like speakers and something. He was like, he roadies his own shows. For real.
Dude,
For real. He's like carrying his Marshalls. I'm like,
this is the early days, though.
Yeah, it's the early days.
Hey.
You know, I tell you, probably one of the bands, a really cool band, had a cool sound, but they just got sandwiched in between Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth, you know, and Slayer, the big four at the time. And it was, you know, it's kind of like with Metal Church.
You're gonna bust out
Metal
Testament.
Church was good.
They came out at the wrong time. You know,
Human
I thought
Factor.
you were gonna say
Oh, what a good
Testament,
song.
bro.
Testament.
Yeah, they're all
Oh, bro, the Testament.
They're all in that world, though.
Yeah.
You could put on a metal fest. They'd be all in
All right,
there.
all right, yeah, but you know what? They're not making that. They're not making those four guys ducats.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah, but that doesn't matter, man. They're just them.
It
they all
does when
got their
you got
tunes.
that mortgage they got.
yeah, man. Well, going back to Testament, man. You talk about bass player Steve DiGiorgio. What? That's serious. Chuck Billy on those vocals.
Oh, Chuck Bill, yo, but he's fucking ruthless though, man. I heard he manages fucking Exodus, and they say he's fucking he fired the fucking the other singer, fucking not Bailoff, fucking the one that they just had on the last album. God, big dude, bald head, goatee and shit.
Kind of looks like you.
Yeah, basically,
A version of you.
yeah. No, I was watching their fucking documentary the other day, and I looked, and I was like, yeah.
D
Could be my brother.
Doppelganger.
But they fucking fired him, and the guy was like, yo, he's fucking ruthless, bro. He's, you know, he doesn't fucking, he'll just fucking cut you off. And I'm like, damn.
Chuck Billy's a big guy.
Oh, remember when he was a skinny
Yeah.
guy with that fucking,
And he had the cancer.
and the ballad?
Yeah, man.
And the fucking, they would shoot and pool and
Yeah,
shit
man.
for that video?
He had cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat cancer, but he was a big dude, man, back in the, you know, hopefully, you know, he came out on the other side of cancer. He did well for himself. Always with those turquoise rings. Remember them?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe they did a ballad. All those thrash metal bands did ballads at the end.
But that was the key.
But wait, did Megadeth do a ballad?
No, but they were deep with like Foreclosure of a Dream. They got real deep.
Yeah, man.
They tuned it down a little, but didn't have to. Foreclosure of a Dream, you know, about all what was going on in America at the time.
Yeah, man.
It's heavy, but it's still with the intro with the guitar and the you know. Yeah,
that was
a little bit.
That was like the format in the 80s, you know? Which
Yeah,
had-
the
Well,
two-
no.
the three songs, the three-song
not for
video album.
thrash though, but thrash wanted that Metallica money.
Yeah,
'Cause of
but,
the Black
even,
Album.
even Metallica, you know, they on the record they'll give you like 11 like ridiculous. But out of the 11, one will be like an instrumental.
Well, no, but they did that whole Nothing Else Matters, and that
Well,
changed the fucking game.
Well, that's
that changed that made ballads for thrash metal.
actually you could think. And I hate using the term. They're hair metal bands.
You got my guys,
They're
Mr.
hair
Big,
metal.
Extreme,
Mr.
the
Big.
greatest rippers in the world. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, but they were ruined by that band.
Hey,
right?
and remember, you just named two bands.
I
You
just
said
that's
45
45
Mr.
of
Big.
them.
You said
Yeah.
Mr. Big, and who was the other one?
Extreme.
All right,
Those are the two biggest.
So we got to take it back.
Go Poison.
We got to peel
Well,
back
we
a
can
little
go
bit.
back. Go Great White. You could just start keep naming bands.
You want to talk about Mr. Big? Where you leave Racer X and Talus? All right.
Oh,
we got to
those
talk
are
about
great.
the.
But they
We
don't
got to
want-
talk about the origins.
That's ripping though. They weren't even. Nobody's trying to hear a ballad from Racer X. Them. Those are great bands.
Are
Definitely.
they ridiculous?
My mom is though. My mom used to make my mom tapes of like all the ballads of the song. I was like, I know what this goes on her record. You know what I mean? Like the song,
but that was a format, you know,
It was.
with the hair metal bands. And I hate saying the word hair metal bands because they were actually good.
But I mean, that's how
they
you
all
that's
had their
how you-
own individual thing.
that's
I
them-
liked
that's
Tesla.
the way
I
people-
I actually liked Firehouse. I saw
that's-
Firehouse 3
that's the
times.
way
They were
people
really
date
good.
Going, shit.
Yeah,
That's what you
going
dated.
back to Tesla, dude, Tesla
still good.
ridiculous. Probably out of all the singers back in the '80s, that dude can really
That
sing.
dude is good, and at times he's a
Rat
little.
too.
And sometimes live he's a little. You know, you're like waiting because you know the way he. But he is really good. He could still
And
hold.
Frank Hannon on guitar.
Yeah,
Frank
they're all
Hannon,
good. He's great.
underrated, ridiculously underrated guitar player.
No,
Frank
I always
Hannon.
like Tesla.
You know.
We're gonna play a band that's not Tesla.
All right,
We got
let's
something
check it
lined up.
out.
Z, you gonna check this out? Dave, who's this? Saint Avarice.
Saint Avarice, man.
Saint
Saint Avarice,
Avarice.
bro. That's fucking Mad Max Central right there.
Nice. That's my patron saint right there.
Saint Avarice, bro. That's Maxwell. That's fucking Mad Max.
Mad Max.
And
MM.
This song is called "The Curse of Saint
Avarice.
Avarice."
44th and Park.
Dig it, everybody.
There are gods, there are saints, there are those who save many lives put at risk. But there's one saint who can't miss all the pain and the fear. Oh, how he wishes it still were here. Damn a life such as his, the life of Saint Avarice.
Out of 12 apostles, there was still one more. Affected soul, out of control, his story never told. Talk what they could, what they knew they would, with no mercy left at all. Came in his way, to this very day, as the masters of God. Patience left, and no secrets kept. He built an empire of hate, recruiting all he can. The man who wants a man, an army willing to relate. He takes the simple minds, the ones not left behind, and uses them as his sheep. After they all fall, and there's not left at all, so many suffer in the rain. Blood of his blood, flesh of his flesh, light of my light.
at risk. But there's one saint who can't miss all the pain and the fear. Oh, how he wishes it still were here. Damn a life such as his, the life of.
Yay, we're back.
Saint fucking Avarice
The curse.
of Saint Avarice.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fucking that's Mad Max right there, bro. It's fucking oh god, one of the guitar players is Johnny Death. Fucking Elvis Christ is the other guitar player.
Jesus Hitler too.
You got Gio used to sing for them. That's all I remember. I don't know the bass player's name, but those are the guys that I fucking followed and heard of, man. That's fucking the Curse of St. Everett,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
That's Mad Max right there, bro. Mad Max always had, like, to me,
Yeah,
Mad
man.
Max was metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pearl Studios was like a fucking variety of fucking, circus freaks.
That was like believe it or not, Pearl Studios is probably like the entry level. That's where you went to go hone your skills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was like relatively cheap, so you and your friends could go in there like for $30 and plug into a Marshall. Remember
Yeah.
that? Remember that first experience, right?
Right.
Yeah.
When
I-
you're
Where
in,
it goes
dude,
down.
I
when
did-
you're in
Pearl.
when you're in your bedroom with that little PV, and you think you're a rock star, and then all of a sudden it's like,
You need the
dude,
next
Dude,
thing.
I have
Yeah.
my first ever Pearl experience on fucking videotape.
That's cool.
You know?
I haven't. That was not me. I was just there
Actually,
at
my
various moments.
first Pearl experience. It was I was young, super young. I had just gone to Journal Square to get a pair of Patrick Ewing sneakers that came out. I'm talking back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Could have been like maybe 1990. And I wound up blowing all my money on these damn sneakers, and I had to walk back home. Still
That's
living
a
in
long ass
Hoboken.
walk though, man.
It's not, believe it or not, it's not. So I'm like trying to, I go past.
Did you go by the chocolate factory behind Dickinson?
Yeah,
That one?
right
Okay.
there. So I'm walking across Journal Square and by the courthouse, and dude, I'm hearing like bang, 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 like a live drum. I'm like, someone's jamming.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking by, I'm like, I can hear guitars and stuff like that. So it says Pearl Studios outside. So I just pushed the door in, and I'm in the hallway listening to whoever it was. I have no idea who it was. And it was like, they were playing Led Zeppelin or something like that. I'm trying to remember.
Probably fucking Joe.
Yeah,
Joe
so
and the gang.
I go upstairs and I trying to open up. I couldn't open the door, and I hit the buzzer. And Joe Pearl answers the door, and he's like, "Yo," I'm like, "No, I was just walking by." And I heard music up here. He's like, "Well, he gives me the whole thing. Yeah, give me a business card, $15,
Yeah.
And he shows me around. And I said, "You mind if I take a look at it?" He's like, "Those are my friends." And he pops open the door, and I wound up hanging out with those guys for 20 minutes. And I'm like, I go back to Hoboken. I'm like, dude, I found this cool place. It's like a studio, Yeah, it was like, wow. And these guys, and ever since then, when I picked up an instrument. That's the first place where I rehearsed with a couple of guys at Pearl Studios.
Awesome.
Oh, so that made you pick up a fucking guitar?
Actually,
bass,
no. What made me pick up? I always owned the guitar, but I had no idea what to do with it. It was just, if you listen to rock and roll, you have to have a guitar or a bass in your bedroom. Like when your friends come over,
Yeah.
they see like your posters. Oh, you got a
course.
guitar? Yeah, I play. No, you don't. And actually, my good friend Damien Di Benedetto, Doc's brother.
Okay.
I went to high school with him. One day, just taught me a chord and a scale. And he goes, "You learn that, you learn how to play a guitar." So I took the crash course in playing. I never took lessons or anything like that. It's but that's how I came about with Pearl Studio and getting involved in music and all
That's
that
crazy,
stuff.
man.
Awesome.
Just fucking buying a pair of Ewings.
A pair of Ewings, man. Yeah, a pair of Ewings and being in the same Boy Scout troop as Doc's brother. Troop 146. We were like F Troop. No, we were like the anti-Boy Scouts. Go up in the woods and smoke like 5-6 packs of cigarettes between 12 guys. We were bad, bro.
Oh shit.
That's funny. Hey, before I always ask this to everybody, what was your first show? What's the first live gig you went to, man?
First live gig, man. I tell you, 1988, Felt Form, Danzig, Slayer.
You saw fucking Slayer?
Yes, that was. I mean, and
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
Damn.
yes,
That's nice.
that was my freshman year in high school.
Where at?
The Felt Form.
Underneath the, yeah.
Underneath Madison Square Garden. You know, a couple of friends of mine were going, and I'm like, well, what's this show you guys are talking about? And they're talking Slayers. I'm like, I had no idea who Slayer was.
Well, you must have been fucking in front
Right?
of fucking
Danzig,
something.
I had no idea who the band, I knew who Glenn Danzig was because
You
of
were
the
like
Misfits.
14. You were like
I was
14.
like 14,
oh my
and
God.
I had no idea. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll go with you guys, whatever. And, you know, I've seen like, you know, like bands playing like an Italian feast.
Yeah.
I've never been to an actual
Oh, like
venue.
like the Nerds or something like
Yeah,
that.
you know, like some dumb stuff like that. You know,
Alright.
like you know, hop along Gezi Deech and his cousin, you know, with the accordion,
Right.
you know, the cannoli
Right,
eating
whatever.
contest or whatnot. But anyway, yeah, so I go and I buy this ticket. It was something like $16, bro. Yeah, it's a shit. So we get there. First of all, I'm like, wow. I couldn't see the stage. There was nothing but like smoke and weed all over the place. I was like 14. It was like,
Dang.
man, and freaking Danzig comes out. I'm like, wow, this is really fucking loud.
That was before the whole mother thing and everything,
Yeah.
right?
I'm like, this is really fucking loud. Wow. And when Slayer came out, I had no idea what was coming my way. None.
Wait, what was this? Rain and Blood or South of Heaven?
South of Heaven tour.
Ooh, I love that.
I
album.
had no idea. Like literally, like sonically, my mind exploded because I couldn't process what was happening. Like, never mind the band, but what was happening with the crowd.
Yeah.
I'd never seen a mosh pit like
All right.
up close. I seen it on television, and this place and don't forget the Felt Forum had seats.
Right.
And they were moshing.
The people ripped out the seats, the bolted seats, but not chaotic. They ripped them. They were just stacking them up on the side.
Like, we don't need
And
these right here, right now.
And they just carved out like a little mosh pit, and they went to town. So it got so bad that I actually had to go to the bathroom and put toilet paper in my ears because that's how loud Slayer was.
Shit.
Yeah, and ever since then, you know, I'm like, wow,
That was it.
that was it.
Damn.
That was it. Yeah, that's where I became the satanic Hispanic.
Well,
bro.
wasn't
You heard that?
Slayer was known back then for being one of the loudest fucking bands.
Dude, he just said the satanic Hispanic.
That's me.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
That was the
hilarious.
day. That was the day I was baptized. Like by fire, literally. Like wow.
Shit, by Hanneman and fucking
Yeah, man.
King.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
And then
That was great.
the second one was a great follow up because that summer I did 3 shows and they're probably 3 of the most ridiculous shows. Because then after that I did the Monsters of Rock,
Right.
you know, in Giant Stadium.
Wait, with chains on it?
No,
one with
with
chains?
King's X, not King's X. Kingdom Come was
I
the
was
opening.
there. I went
Kingdom
to that.
Come, remember Kingdom
Yeah,
Come, right?
you can name these gigs. I'll tell you the ones that
You
you
were there?
bounced them. I
You
was
were
there.
You were there?
Listen,
Kingdom
this
Come.
this is Metallica, Kingdom Come, Scorpions, Van Halen, and Dokken.
Yeah.
And that was the lineup. And I walked in and went up top, like where I was a mile away, and Seek and Destroy was on. I got hit with popcorn and soda. And like I said, like those other shows, all the denim jackets leave, and then the rest of the other crowd comes in a little bit more metal. Yeah, that was a good show. I went to that.
And then,
Monsters of Rock, 1988.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I was
remember,
18. I was 18
the
years
funny
old.
thing is, like the loudest band that day, and probably like when the crowd got the crazy, it was with the Scorpions.
Scorpions were really good.
Eh?
When they did the zoo, that
That was,
crowd,
of course.
that crowd went nuts.
I had the Metal Edge magazine with that fucking show in it.
And the last show that I did over the summer was, Aerosmith, Deep Purple, and Guns N' Roses. That was the first time.
We
Oh,
just
that was
talked about it.
there.
You were at that too.
I was at that too.
Wait, did you saw Guns N' Roses that night,
Yes.
right?
See,
All right,
I was I told him I was in the parking lot partying, and my friend was trying to hit this chick, and
Mark
I
didn't
got
see GNR that night.
I got for like $20. I got this big brick of weed. Some Happy Dude gave me.
Nice.
But we went in and kind of missed that, and then you saw the video came out.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
weren't into them yet, so but I saw them the next time at the Garden when they didn't go
like
on
3
until
hours?
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, you
yeah.
know what? He did it because you didn't see him.
You said that.
Swear
You
to
heard-
God, man.
that was the other podcast. No, that's fine.
The Soundgarden opened up for them for that.
Yeah,
shit.
that was great. I
that
saw
was
them.
great,
I
too.
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that
Yeah,
a lot.
man.
That was a really good one.
Crazy.
What was that, for Bad Motorfinger?
Yeah.
You know what? Deep Purple sucked that night. Deep Purple
Yes.
sucked. Richie Blackmore was like, "It's a check. Fuck you." Like he just It was just a bit. It wasn't great.
See, you should have saw fucking GNR.
And I remember Aerosmith's drummer had pads on his body. He came out, did a drum solo on his body of some sort. With like things, and I was going, what? Yeah, do you remember that at all, dude?
Yeah,
it was like
vaguely.
Yeah,
Sure wasn't a brick of weed.
no,
No.
not at all. Not
I
at
think
all.
actually that day, I caught a contact high off of someone that was tripping on
Probably
acid.
fucking Mark,
Off
bro.
acid.
Yeah.
Now, how could you take a contact off acid? Well,
Well,
that's different.
If someone's sweating and you
I
have to
guess,
rub up,
you know what? I guess you're right,
Yeah,
Z. I ain't gonna
absolutely.
take that away from you.
because
Crazy.
I was just hanging out. All of a sudden, things got real weird. Like for like 10 minutes.
And you what? You're only like 16 at that
I
time.
had
Oh my
no-
god.
I was like, I had no idea what that was.
Oh shit.
Where were your seats for that Deep Purple? I was
You know-
actually on the lower level to the
Dude, I
right.
think we had nosebleeds and just like
Oh, your nose bleeding it.
and wiggled our way down little by little.
That was one of my first like decent seat shows. And I had a friend that like came and then left in the middle of it or something. Or came in the middle of it and then left in the middle of it and was like,
What?
why would you just stay at work?
Why would you
Rest in
come?
peace to Mike Long. He was my boy, but he was one of them dudes. He wanted to get it in. Like, you
Mike
know what I mean?
Long,
You know,
why
some
would you
people, no
come?
matter what, they'll just show up and leave if they have
Yeah,
to.
man.
He got it in.
Like,
Absolutely.
I want to show. I showed face.
I just want to see. But you know what, Z? I saw Deep Purple. That was Deep Purple, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses. That year, I saw Dokken and Aerosmith at the Meadowlands around the same year. It was
Okay.
the same Permanent Vacation tour,
Okay.
right? Kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was decent. That was my first like seventh row show. Doc and Aerosmith.
You know,
wasn't bad.
When you look back at it, that Permanent Vacation album
It's good.
was ridiculously good.
It's good.
It was
the
really
other
good.
stuff overshadows it. There's some good stuff on it.
You know,
You sound like a devil worshiper, man, bro. I'm sorry. Every time I heard the name Doc, and I was like, "What? Okay, where's the home?"
No, he's talking about Aerosmith. Permanent
Aerosmith.
Vacation.
Oh,
Permanent Vacation, man. Yeah.
They have.
I didn't get into.
You know
him
what's
until
on that?
fucking Love is Enough.
That's why Z Ragdoll's on that.
Yeah, man.
So people go, oh, that, and then you go, no. There's an actual song called "Permanent Vacation" that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That fucking song's got a
Yeah.
good tongue-in-cheek lyric. He's a good
It actually,
lyric writer.
it's tongue in cheek, like with "Suck on My Big 10-inch." Remember
Yes.
the Toys in the Attic?
Exactly.
Uncle
Exactly.
Salty, remember Uncle
Yes.
Salty?
There's a couple of good songs. They do "I'm Down" on that. I like the
Yes.
version of "I'm
Yes.
Down." That's really pumped up version of "I'm Down."
You
But
better,
yes,
you better
by,
tell your boy fucking Steven Tyler that fucking Mr. I'm Dying on Stage Joe Perry wants to do one more fucking tour.
Listen, man.
Beatles song, right? "I'm
Come
Down."
on.
Yes.
Joe Perry wants to do one more, and Mr. fucking Mr.
my-
Tyler's like, I don't
Call him
wanna
by
do
his real name. He's Queens, New York. He has nothing to do with Boston.
Somebody I know just went and posted.
Steven Tyler
songs.
Rico. Come on,
They
man.
just went. they
Queens,
just
New
played-
York.
They just played Aerosmith. Somebody posted a Facebook video. My friend
Oh, he
Michelle.
fucking Joe Perry's fucking dying on stage with fucking with fucking what's his name? Fucking
Leave him alone.
oh god, that vampire
Who dies-
fucking the New York
happens to-
vampires are
Johnny
fucking
Depp.
that panic Hollywood
Dying on stage.
vampires. Yeah.
Talking about dying on stage, I actually saw someone die. Well, not die, pass out on stage.
I saw Lenny Kravitz pass out on stage. You were there?
Oh.
I was there.
Wow.
The Black Crows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Me and
What the
Z.
fuck are
He
you
had-
guys
yes.
sharing-
Four for four.
sharing
five
Four
for
for
five.
four shows, man.
Whoa.
He had that freaking gold lame suit on,
Too hot.
and it was like August. It was like 1,000 degrees
Oh,
at PNC.
I ain't even gonna speak anymore.
And
That's
it's
what my
like
girl said. And we went. I
1,000
said, you know what?
degrees.
If we're smart right now and it's over, it's over. Let's go. Because you want to beat the masses down the hill. We got to go park down the hill. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were like, I'm sad to say, babe. I was like, let's just roll on this one. Let's not hang out.
yeah, man.
Shit, well,
You know
That-
where we
that's
were
bad.
sitting at the time? You know when you're about to go down to that and they made seats over near
Yeah.
the bathrooms? Yeah, we were watching from afar.
Oh, he's going to the ER.
saw
and you're
half the
trying to
Black
get fucking
Rose.
out of the fucking building.
I saw him again, though, at Roseland months later. Same thing. You know, now
Was-
it's
was-
Lenny's
was-
back and like,
was-
we're going to this.
was
And
it- and it's
it was
serious?
bad. It was a bad show, though. The dudes took like J's out of my cigarette pack. But anyway, Lenny
Oh,
showed
bad
up.
show for you, not for
But,
Lenny.
but whatever, Lenny showed up. You know when you stand far away and the sound guy's there?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
that situation. Dude, we were like, we're caught here because it was tight. And it was like, live. You know, all the new shit was out.
Yeah.
And he showed up like right there, dude.
Listen,
On that sound thing, right in front of us. We were like, cool, this is awesome. You know, it took a half hour, but I
Shit.
did 2 songs like from
I
the
used
thing.
to see Lenny Kravitz in Hoboken.
Used
all
to
the
hang out,
time.
right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's
Because he
videos.
recorded his records.
Exactly.
His first 4 records at Water
in
Music,
Hoboken. Yes.
which is now the Lipton Tea Building. You know where Eli Manning used to live.
Yeah.
All right, that used to be a factory back in the day.
That's right.
right.
Okay.
But downstairs is where Water Music was at. We used to hang in that parking lot and play like 2-touch football because it was just like wide open. There was no traffic went through there.
Yeah.
And we always used to see this cat, man, with these dreads going through either in a cab or someone was driving them when he was driving them, and we would see him like every day. I'm like, who is this guy? So I'm home one day. I'm watching MTV, maybe like at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Boom.
And Mr. Cab Driver comes on.
That one. I was gonna say Let Left Rule, but you got
and
it.
I'm like, dude, I know this guy. I see him every day. And I told my friends, dude, this is some
This is
guy.
the guy.
Like his name is Lenny. I said
I
said Krakow or something. I forgot what it was. And he pulls through one day, and I'm like, Mr. Cab Driver, I know who you are. And he's like, yeah, they gave me like a thumbs up.
Awesome.
Like fuck you, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh god.
Oh shit. Fucking
Yeah, but
MTV.
I got tired of seeing that guy in Hoboken. Yeah, man.
Mr. Cab Driver, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
a survivor. That's a
You
great
see
song.
what happens with
Hey, boom, boom. Good bass in that. That bass playing that band is excellent. Lenny Kravitz' bass player bumping.
believe it or not, on that first record, he played
He's
bass,
most- yeah.
guitar, drums.
Actually, most of the things you hear on his records is him, right?
Yeah.
90% of it.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
like the
you got a
leads
live.
that you hear is Craig.
Greg Ross.
Craig
Him and Craig
Ross,
Ross.
yeah.
Big ups to a guy that never gets any
None.
right? On the
Ridiculously
guitar
good
list,
guitar player.
he's great.
Is that studio still around in Hoboken or no?
Yeah, but it's not at that locale.
No.
And now it's by across the street from where the ShopRite is at.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where Water Music
Wait,
is.
isn't fucking
Nut House Studios is there too.
well, isn't El Nino's around the corner from there too?
Which one?
El Nino's, isn't it?
No, that's
It's not around the corner from ShopRite also?
no, that's like at the entrance of Hoboken on Harrison Street.
okay.
Sound Wars. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, man.
We're going to chop up another tune. Z, check it out. I got a friend's band named Horseburner. We're going to rock this, and we'll come back and we're chatting.
Throw it on, brother.
You got it. Horseburner over here.
Horseburner.
Horseburner sounds
You're loving that fucking album, Mark.
sounds
Good,
pretty
bro.
good, man.
Pretty cool.
You're really loving that fucking album, bro. I know
Last
that.
track on the record called Eleleth. I can't even really pronounce it,
Hey.
guys.
Guys, if he fucked up, bro. But come on.
So
That's what it.
chime in and let us know
You know?
the real name. But hey, straightforward, in your face, man.
You know?
I like it. Good stuff on that.
What else is going on, Z? You doing something soon?
Yeah, what's up at fucking what's going on with you? You're about to play this fucking show with Mamaluke, bro.
Yeah, man. And next Saturday, April 14th, doing the Hoboken All-Star Music Jam.
It's for charity though, right?
For charity, yeah.
Okay.
Children with special needs.
All right.
I got 12 great bands comprised of like local talent from yesteryear.
Mm-hmm.
And we got tapped on the shoulder to do it this year because kind of like the new faces.
Yeah.
The first year they did it was
It's about fucking. I mean, I'm not dissing nobody, but it's about time fucking Hoboken showing some of their hometown boys some fucking love. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, they did. Maxwell's is really nice to us. Unfortunately, they're not around no longer.
What the fuck happened? Well, you know what? We'll get into that. Let me hear more about this fucking show.
Okay, so
I heard it's fucking sold out.
you can still get in.
You still get in there?
You can still get in. The tickets are available. You have to go online.
Like some ticket fly thing? Or
No, actually, just go on Facebook and type in Hoboken All-Star Jam. And it's like this place, Eventbrite or something like that. You know, they print out the tickets. You can do it up to your phone.
Well,
too.
you can put it on like a little wallet shit on your
Yeah.
iPhone or whatever.
Yeah, you can put
Okay.
that thing up for the Android and all that stuff. But
Alright.
yeah, man, it was something that got started 4 years ago. A couple of guys got together and wanted to bring back yesteryear, bring back the old bands that they were in when they were in high school.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, all right. So we could get the Elks, but, if you're going to do something at the Elks,
It's gotta be for something.
it has to be a charity as well.
Yeah.
It should be a charity. And upstairs is a cerebral palsy facility.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to, whatever funds we kick it upstairs to the kids. And they did quite well. They did $13,000.
Oh, I can imagine, bro. I can
the first
imagine.
day. And it was something cool because there was those are the guys that I grew up listening to when I was a young cat in Hoboken coming up. These guys were like rehearsing in the garage or
Some of the legends over
yeah,
there.
some of the legends like Gary Ross, Billy Ross,
My guy, right?
Jack Legursey.
Yep.
Yeah, man, killer stuff. And
It was like Joe Pearl's crew.
yeah,
Okay.
Joe Pearl School, JVO, Michael Tags.
Crystal, right? That
Crystal,
band
Crystal, yeah, absolutely.
John Olsen.
That's John Olsen and Donnie Mange.
He's got some pipes, man.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Olsen. Yeah, Johnny Olsen's been doing it for a long time. Crazy story with Johnny Olsen. He actually went to high school with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this English teacher. His name, my sister always tells me the story. His name escapes me right now. He was
Okay.
like 1978, 77. And she was in this class with Johnny Olsen. And he had long, curly hair, man, like Robert Plant.
Okay.
And real bushy hair. And the English teacher was a drunk. And one day he
Back
just
in the 70s?
yes,
Oh, shit.
he's in class, lit up, had a bottle of Southern Comforts in the desk, and one day he just got up with a pair of scissors and he chased Johnny Olsen,
No fucking way.
and he says, "You need a haircut."
You can't get away with that now.
And he chased him around the classroom with a pair of scissors. I'm gonna cut your hair if I catch you, bro.
Oh, shit.
True story. If you ever get JVO on this show, you have to ask him to tell you that story.
I'm going to just pull out a pair of scissors, bro. Be like, yo, remind you of something?
But anyway, it's been going on for 4 years. This is the fourth year, and it's been getting bigger and bigger. They actually got more money coming in
Okay.
because a lot of sponsors have.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, man, a lot of sponsors, especially Roger Muller. He runs an insurance company in Jersey, in Hoboken actually. They're like third generation. They've been like 100 and something years in Hoboken, and
That's the Wolfman heart of Hoboken.
yeah. So they turned around. When it first started, it was more like a jam.
Well, of course, yeah.
You know?
Trying to relive yesteryear. I mean, we're almost at that age too. Good,
Yeah,
like,
man. It was more of a jam as opposed to bands, but they found out that you have limited space and limited time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to plug up 5 guitars, a bass, and 3 keyboards. So they started making bands, because you could get more done if you haven't, 8 bands as opposed to 40 guys trying to play 10 songs.
Yeah.
You get 8 bands.
Okay.
You know, you guys play these, you guys play that. You know, you can get the
All right.
the thing.
Are,
So
they doing are you guys the only ones doing originals or?
well, this year, yeah, because Attacker was supposed to do it, and they backed out because they're working on their EP.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they have an album coming out for 2019.
All right.
Big shout out to the guys from Attacker.
No, Tacker,
Yeah.
bro, come on the show, man. Talk
I have
about
a-
that EP.
Ooh, man, Mike Sabatini. That's my dude, you know. Mike Bettatatis, Jonathan Hasselbrink, Brian Smith, great bass player.
Oh
man.
yeah, no, fucking Danny from
And Bobby Leatherlungs, can't forget those guys. Attacker.
Danny was talking about them. Fucking oh my god, my mind went blank right there. From Thunder Beaver.
Yeah.
Hey, he was talking about him, like saying how when he was back in Gothic Slam, they used to fucking them and Attacker, rocking and rolling the East Coast out.
Yeah, well, that's what it was, man. Well, I credit those two guys for putting Hudson County metal on the map. Seriously.
I mean, I credit Suffer, but
Well, hey, Sean Egan.
I credit Suffer for
Sean
doing
Egan,
that.
cause that's my brother, Sean Egan. Rhodey, Jersey City Police.
That's right. What's up, fellas?
What's up, guys? Sean Egan. I got you. And
Now those motherfuckers to me, 'cause that's what I was growing up with. Suffer put the metal on the map for me.
Listen, Attacker was chipping away at stuff back in the 80s, and they still are, man. A couple of lineup changes here and there, but the only original members still left from the original Attackers, the drummer, Mike Sabatini. Great guy. But I'll give you an interesting fact about Gothic Slam.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, they lost a member last year.
Yeah, Dan D was talking about that.
Yeah, so
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. But I'll tell you something about Gothic Slam. Back in the 80s, it was a big thing, but nowadays it isn't. But back then it was. 4/5 of the band were Hispanic. Okay,
All right.
that's crazy.
That's kind of
1986, 87, when them guys got together, Billy Genesi was the only white guy in that band, in a thrash band.
okay.
So it was 4/5 of the band were Hispanic.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
that's kind of West Coast right there.
You know, absolutely. But
Not even spoken of either. Never,
Not
you know,
even-
the first
exactly.
black band, Living Color,
Yeah.
or whatever, but
not even spoken about, man.
you can't
you
even
know?
go there because there was so many black bands in the 70s that were like funk rock bands.
Death.
That,
Death. That was what the
man.
fucking thing.
Exactly. But
Well-
even like the old funk one, like I listened to this dude, Baby Huey.
Oh, dude, he's great, man.
What? That's
Baby
the
Huey.
greatest record in the world. Oh my
Baby
God.
Huey.
One record, one shot. I think he died before we were born, right? I
Yeah.
think Baby Huey had
Yeah,
a
he
tragic
died.
story.
And you had also the Lost Prophets.
Yes. Joe Pearl hooks us up with some of these.
Lost
What's
Prophets?
the other
Yeah.
one? There's a one with an African name. Joe, should we hear Joe?
He's here in spirit.
Oh, black band, a black
wait.
band with an African name.
Oh man! Oh, and it's cool too.
Fela
and
Kuti.
it's cool. No, I actually listened to that, and I think that's incredible. That 18-piece Afrobeat orchestra.
Yeah.
The father.
Yeah.
Who's the son now? What's his name? Femi.
Femi.
And
He
Fela-
has a couple of kids.
Yeah, Feli is and Femi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing though.
Amazing, yeah,
Chicks
yeah.
dancing and
But-
the bass player's nuts. The drummers, the percussion's
But
insane.
going back to what you were saying about old black rock bands, don't forget, man, probably the most underrated one out of all of them, and they're probably like the least talked one. Band of Gypsies,
yeah, the first.
the
Really.
first, man. I mean, if you
Billy-
want to go that genre,
Billy Buddy and Jimmy.
yeah, man.
What was it? What was it? Was Shooter's Groove? Oh no, wasn't Shooter's Groove
Latino, one all Latino, but one guitar player was actually, I think he's Russian. Donnie from Donnie Rock.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Juice
yeah.
Groove. So all the dudes are Latino Bronx dudes. Two
Okay.
rappers.
Yeah. Then
The
you
drummer's
had,
Latino.
Then you had
You have You have certain bands that are
Yeah.
fronted by probably Latinos.
and I'll give you another one too. I don't know if Mark, if you remember, the Sound Barrier. Oh, they were like the black Motley Crue. They came out.
Really?
Yes, I got it. Matter of
That's
fact,
unheard.
the
Never
gu-
heard that
yes,
phrase.
man. You could look it
Sound
up.
Barrier.
The guitar player from Fishbone, I think his name is Spacey G.
I know Spacey T.
Spacey T.
Yes.
He was the guitar player in Sound Barrier. They had
Okay.
this song called Rock Without the Roll. You got to check it out.
Yes.
You get the
shit.
videos
Yes.
on YouTube.
Wait.
It's 5 black guys dressed
Glam.
up like Motley
In
Crue.
1981.
1981
I saw it.
black
I
glam.
got you now. When everything popped on YouTube and every video was being shown, yeah, I've been down that hole.
Yeah, bro. And it was like,
Wow.
dude, it was really good. But I think it was just beyond the grasp of a lot of people at that time. You know,
That is funny.
kind of like
I
Pure
remember
Hell.
that.
Remember Pure Hell?
No.
Another all black punk band out of
Wow.
Philadelphia.
Well, you didn't say. Well, you just said punk. What about the Bad Brains too?
Bad
Bad
Brains. You know, and like we said, Death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that to me was the first. I say they were punk, and what are they? Were in the '60s?
No, 77 they dropped that album. That but not even an album, it's like an EP.
Yeah.
78.
That was to me. They were like the first metal punk fucking
Yeah.
band, dude.
They were.
You know, the fucking kids are fucking covering their music.
Remember
now.
another one, Mark? You could back me up on this one. 24/7 Spies.
Yes,
Very
Remember
good.
those guys?
Fucking,
Yes.
oh,
Fuck yeah!
I
Remember
had
those
that fucking
guys?
cassette tape.
You
bro,
know,
back
my
in the
friend
day.
Brett, out on a whim, like wound up with this. Like, dude, I got this black rock band years ago, like in whenever they came out, 88.
88 around that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and I remember then something led me. You know, man, we used to get like Metal Edge magazine. They weren't even really talking about bands like that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
would cover everything and
I saw a
wouldn't cover that.
documentary on black guitar players,
Yeah.
Lost in Rock and Roll, and he was one of the
It
dudes.
was one of the dudes, and
fucking talking
and of
to me.
course, my dude, man, Rocky George,
Nice.
suicidal tendencies with the Pittsburgh,
Oh.
with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's classic.
You know,
That's a
he's
classic
in.
right there.
Isn't he in?
He was
something
in the
else now?
Cro-Mags. He was in the Cro-Mags for a while too.
I think
Back in
you
the
know what? No,
90s.
bro, he's in Fishbone for a minute. Right?
Is he all right?
Recently,
Yeah. The ridiculously good
because
guitar player.
Fishbone
man.
runs in and out of dudes, right? You know, if
man.
you're a brother and you play
Yeah, man.
guitar, you
Yeah.
might be in Fishbone.
There's only three original members of Fishbone right now: the keyboardist, the bass player, and,
And the
fucking
singer.
The
singer.
singer.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, man. But there's still steam rolling. You know, it's still
The
moving.
fucking-
Well, actually, I'm
Fun.
sorry. Wait, no, Fish came back. The drummer, he
did?
He came back. Yeah.
They're fucking fun.
Yeah,
dude.
man. They're still together. I mean, still,
Still rocking.
still rocking.
Dude, everybody's still good. Everybody you know is still out there.
Yeah, Bill, you know what? Who still actually sounds really good? And Living Color, you just mentioned them
I go.
before.
Corey's on playing right
I
now
saw-
tonight. If I didn't do this podcast, I'd see Corey Glover and Mike Zero. Zero was his
Nice.
guitar player.
Yeah,
I
And
saw them
forget
at
it.
WrestleMania and fucking.
You
Giant
got to see
Stadium.
that.
nice.
They did the intro for CM Punk.
Nice.
That was fucking the shit.
I
bro.
got to see them last July over at City Winery.
You went to that.
I went to
Cool.
that show.
I was sitting home on YouTube.
Yeah,
watching
I
that.
got to go to that show.
Wait,
man.
weren't you?
Did-
I think
Did you ever see him at
I think
Central Park?
Paco from Apostrophes went to that show too.
Okay.
He actually did.
And they still do.
You know why?
They still sound good.
Paco opened up for them.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paco opened up for either I think Corey. On
Wait,
Corey's
was it his acoustic thing or was it Apostrophes that opened up?
The Apostrophes opened up at a venue Corey Glover played,
Okay.
acoustic or whatever have you. But I went to see Corey Glover at a dinner theater with and Doug Pinnick.
Okay.
So it was
Nice.
Corey did his set and Doug Pinnick did his set.
Mhm.
Then they had a 14-year-old guitarist come out and do some blues, and then Jerry Gaskill came out of nowhere and
Okay.
played us a couple
Yeah.
songs. on
Doug
drums.
Pinnick, second time we mentioned that dude.
Awesome
We got to
show.
get him in here.
All right, Doug Pinnick now.
Anybody come in this
Come on
motherfucker.
down.
Now I've seen, Corey Glover though. Solo work is just
Yeah.
as tremendous as anything you like by Living
Yeah, every
Color.
time you say Corey Glover, I think of fucking Lethal.
Dennis
fucking-
Glover?
Yeah, Dennis
They're not
Glover.
related.
No,
But
really.
he was in the movie back in the 80s, Corey Glover.
All right.
He got stabbed. You don't remember when
He was
he
in
stabbed himself in the leg and went, "I'm gonna get high," and he left on the helicopter. Charlie Sheen's buddy, that's Corey Glover
Yeah,
in Platoon.
in Platoon.
Ah, okay.
The
all
brother
right.
that stabbed himself in the leg because he's all right after
Yeah.
the bomb drop,
Yeah.
and he's like,
But I'll give you another one with Corey Glover. He was in right before he did that with Platoon. He was in a commercial. Remember, like
Yeah, I saw it.
join the army.
yes. I
Remember
don't know.
that?
What are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I
And he had the
remember
little
that.
he had the little brochure. I think I'm going to join
Yep.
the army. But prior to that, there was another
Hilarious.
one. There was another one. Remember the Children's Aid Society? Remember that?
I'm really gonna.
He's the cat playing the drums, like air drums.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't even
Yeah.
catch that.
Fucking with the fans, bro. Fucking with the
I
fans.
really.
Just shows you how much I'm like the garbage truck of useless knowledge, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
know all
telling
that
you.
useless knowledge too.
Yeah, it's, man, you're a fucking
Like
legend over
we
there,
were talking
bro.
before. Do you ever hear like what's this song? Skid Row has a song where Axl just sings like one little part. Do you know that song? You ever hear like like little things on
We
records
sent
where
out-
it's
that
like,
was that the first
Yeah.
album.
it's on the first album and Axl comes and goes, "She calls me a crystal ball," and
What
that's
is that
it.
again?
And it's like
That's
she
what
says she's got it all. What is it? Is it Big On? No, it's not Big On. It's bam, 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 bam. Oh shit! One of those first record ones.
Yeah. That's like with
Not making a mess. Piece of me.
Like
Yeah,
with-
one of them.
with Danzig and James Hetfield. doing back vocals.
I love when you get a
James
little.
Hetfield on Danzig.
Yeah. On Mother, I think on one of those songs on Twisted Cane or something.
Serious?
Yeah, like you could he blurts it out. You can hear like in the background.
See, I love that.
In Twisted Cane. Oh, gotta know.
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Hetfield is
Wow.
right.
I've read
I
that.
didn't even think fucking Metallica listened to fucking Danzig.
You crazy?
Because before I had that, it's the same thing.
Dude, that's
They
like
never
that's
give,
like
they never
that's
give
like
him props.
dude. Okay.
They're always Motorhead,
James-
Motorhead.
James Hetfield is like a huge like Glenn Danzig fan.
You serious? Because he's always talking about Motorhead
Yeah,
with
but
Lars,
Motorhead
man.
and all that, but you know one of those things. Actually, I saw both of those bands together.
Nice.
And going back to like the best tickets that you ever had, I was part of a Metallica fan club back like '92,
Okay.
right? You know, and they played the PNC, and like, well, you know, if you give us $50, you know, we'll get you tickets to the show, like a pre-sale, just because you're a club member.
That was before.
So
that
I
was
s-
before this fucking.
Before the internet.
Yeah, before the internet. So you know, I said to myself, you know what? I want to go see this show, and I'm pretty much gonna fork over $50 to go sit in the lawn.
Nah.
Right, so they didn't even mail me the tickets. So go to the will call window and pick them up. I was like, all right, that's even better. So I go there, I pick them up, and I was with a friend. And, you know, we walk in, and I'm like, oh, we got these tickets, like row whatever. And I give it to the usher. He's like, no, you're down a little further. So I walk a little further, and I found another row whatever.
Wow.
And he's like, no, a little further. And I went like to the third usher. He's like, dude, these tickets are 6 rows from the stage. I'm like, are you kidding me? Center.
Nice.
I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, I'm not. So I saw, matter of fact, Suicidal Tendencies opened up for them.
Ooh, Pepsi, man. Give me a
was,
Pepsi.
Yes, it was Suicidal Tendencies, Danzig, and Metallica.
God dang.
All right, yeah. So much so, Jason Hetfield threw a beer into the stands, into the seats. I actually caught it and finished drinking it.
Nice.
Like, I wore half of it.
Ooh.
It was like in the red cup. I wore half of it, but that's how close I was to the stage, right?
That's Yo, did you ever see when Dimebag was and they were throwing beers on the Pantera videos?
Just
flinging them
those
across the
fucking
arena.
Pantera videos.
That was that's the most fun videos ever in the
I
world.
actually got to meet those guys.
Pantera made me love Chinese food.
You met Pantera?
Yeah, everyone except Phil. I obviously, you know what Phil was probably doing at Roseland.
You know what he was fucking doing.
Yeah, I went to Roseland, and the trick with Roseland was you go to the other side, to the back of Studio 54,
There you go.
Yeah.
and there was some guy working the door, and he's like, "Listen, bro, what are you doing out here?" I'm like, "You want to go into the meet and greet?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why didn't you just ask me?" You know, he's like, "I'm tired of like seeing people out here. You know, these bands make you wait 2 or 3 hours." And that's, he goes, and the guy's like,
all
I
you gotta
feel,
do is ask.
I feel bad for you. He goes, I can't let you in. You know, I mean, I could if you would ask me, but as far as like just like streaming you all in,
Oh, you gotta ask.
you
him.
have
Oh,
to ask. He
that's
goes,
a
because
fucking weird
the
thing.
guy's like, I feel bad. I see you guys out here like waiting to
Nah.
just give them shake these guys, and they're in there. And so the guy's like turned around. And he's like, just ask me. I'm like, yo, can I go? He goes, yeah, go ahead. So I go
That's
back
dope.
there. So I go back there, and the first person I met was their brother, who's like another, not Vinny. They have another brother,
Okay.
the big jacked up guy. They used to do the security for them. So I met him, and then Vinny Paul came through, and I'm saying, "Oh, what's up, Rex?"
Was it Big Val?
No, Big Val was oh no, that wasn't their brother. He died. God rest his soul.
And then Dimebag came down. So I hung out with them for a couple of minutes because everyone was just swarming these guys. But in the process of doing all that, I actually got to do a shot of the famous Blacktooth
Blacktooth Grin. You had the
Anyone
Blacktooth
that
Grin
knows
going?
With
me,
a Seagram 7,
yep,
a splash of Coke,
yeah,
and fucking.
anyone that knows me knows that ever from that day forward, this is before the whole, God rest his soul, what happened. No matter what bar I go to, and bartenders hate it, I always flip my shot glass upside down, and that's in tribute to him. That I always did that. From that was back in '96, and ever since that day, it was like one of those events in life where I got to meet
That's
one of
what
my
you do,
idols,
and now that's
and
what
he
you do.
turned around and he shot it, and he did his drink, and he flipped his freaking shot glass upside down. And I always do it. And someone asked me, "Why you always do it?" I was like, "Dimebag Darrell, man."
Yeah.
Great motherfucker,
We
bro.
loved
Yeah,
him, man. I saw Pantera twice. Did you see them
Right.
at Ozfest at any point? I saw them at Ozfest in the Meadowlands.
I saw. I did see them.
I heard all the Jesus Crispies were out there because of Manson.
Yeah, I was that. That was the
You
one.
know what?
I was on there with the Typo Negative was on that one. Yeah, I went to that one.
Yes, sir.
And
Power Man. Machine Head,
Neurosis.
Ozzy.
Wait, was that the one with Pantera where they fucking told everybody bum rush the fucking stage?
No, because
It was during Domination, and everybody just fucking charged the fucking stage.
No.
Like I'm talking about from like the top fucking tier down.
Nah, I don't remember everything at the
There's
band.
never a band
This
that
was
could do it.
Ozfest 1. Pantera played in the daytime, I believe.
Yeah.
Manson 2, it was getting to twilight.
Oh, my friend was there, bro. He's like
Remember
during
he's ripping the
Domination.
pages out of the Bible? Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson. Yeah.
Oh, I saw
He
him in
was-
Roseland doing that shit, bro.
And then you had, I believe the Ozzy lineup was weird. It might have been like Trujillo and Puffy from Faith No More
Actually,
and
wait.
their guitar and Zach Wild.
No.
That wasn't the Ozzy
No.
show at that?
That year.
Was it Bill Ward? Was the not
I
Bill Ward? Who was the
forgot.
bass player for that show?
I forgot who it was, but
had to have been
I
Trujillo.
think the guitar player was Joe Holmes.
No, that was
That was so long ago.
not for that.
It had to
I
have
was
been
at a Joe Holmes Ozzy show. That's after No More Tours.
Okay.
In between that, but that dude did his thing.
That dude was no joke, man.
You know, I went and saw Roth and Extreme, and Roth was that dude. It was Joe Holmes was the Roth
Okay.
guitarist the
Yeah.
first time around.
Randy Rhoads student, man, Joe
Yeah.
Holmes.
Exactly. That was one of them
Extreme.
shows you don't know until years later. You're like, I was like, oh, that's who Joe Holmes is when they throw
Yeah,
the
man.
name.
No.
Pretty cool stuff. All these shows and whatnots. You going to any shows coming up? Anything?
Oh, besides the one I'm playing.
Besides the one.
Yeah, like
it's
Monty Hall has shows or
Yeah,
anything in
man.
Jersey City.
He
You know,
said
like-
Ace Frehley's gonna be at fucking
Monty
down,
Hall.
Monty
Ace
Hall.
Frehley-
I
at Monty Hall.
saw Ace Frehley. And you probably not going to remember the venue, but I know you are, Mark. At the Rock Quarry.
Never heard. Oof.
I heard of the
Remember-
Rock Quarry. Never been there.
Remember on Tunnelly Avenue when if you go past the cemetery?
Yeah,
Right by
yeah,
Fox's?
Yeah.
No.
no.
Oh.
Going towards like
Going to a giant stadium.
yeah,
Right.
Okay.
but on Tunnelly.
It was in.
Wait, but an
yeah.
Italian restaurant over there?
no, a lot further up.
Puccini's?
You know where Jimmy D's is at? That's like 51st and
Oh yeah.
a
Oh, I
lot
know you're talking
further
about. Yeah.
up. It's a liquor store now.
All right.
It's like a
Yes,
buy ride, but it was a
yes.
place called the Rock Quarry.
Yes.
Okay.
And I got to see Ace Frehley there, full places. where Frehley's comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I now I know what you're talking about.
Don't know the players that were in his band at the time, but
What's that? Early '90s.
yeah.
You would probably have
Early
guarantee
90s.
guarantee you.
Richie Scarlett was on guitar. And the
Trunk-
rest I can't tell you. 'cause
Trunk
that's
was in
usually
that
how he
fucking
rolls.
show, I
Richie
guess.
Scarlett's like his.
You know Eddie
guy.
Trunk was probably fucking there.
Yeah. Eddie Trunk, man. That
See, I know. You know what? You guys, you think I know everything Eddie Trunk's throwing around. I know he's kind of spitting out the same information I know, so he's no different.
Well, you know the thing
Oh,
with
so what?
the,
Y'all see you the Jersey City Eddie
the
Trunk
Jersey
over here.
No, I just know all the stuff he knows. I don't know much
We're
about
just
Jersey
going-
City. I'm learning as we're going on right here.
We'll just call you Junk Trunk. How's that, bro?
Exactly. But all that useless information Eddie knows, I know it too. It's no big deal, Eddie. I know who plays on whose track.
So I gotta pick whose podcast I'm gonna listen to. Eddie Trunks or yours?
No, hours. I'll tell you the stuff. I'll tell you what. You tell me, I'll tell you. What's up? You want to rip a tune? I'm going to rip
Let's
something
rip
while
it.
we laugh.
Tune, man.
Let's see if Eddie Trunk
Get
knows
calling
this
me
song.
names. Eddie Trunk.
We're gonna
Eddie
stump the
Trunk.
trunk.
You should know this. This is 2017. This is called The Human Extinction, Eddie. This is one of those bands you don't play.
Straight out of California, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Me and him have subtly different musical taste. You know that? For the podcast.
Inside
There you go,
That
bro.
was heavy and
Human
hard.
Extinction.
That was real heavy. It was good.
That's what I got. I got those motherfuckers from Mr. Rodarty in California. Fucking Rat Talk podcast I listen to.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they play some dope bands out there, bro.
All right, man. Hey, heads up to those boys.
The Human Extinction.
The Human Extinction.
My extinction agenda. Ha!
Doing good work out there.
So you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the 14th?
Yeah, man. We're chipping away at it. We're ready. We're actually looking beyond the 14th.
You got anything new? Anything new lined up for the 14th on the set list?
No, we're not playing anything new. We're actually playing 2 cover songs.
Wait.
Well,
I thought you guys. Well, you guys had to. What is it? Lock It Up. You guys got that song. Lock It Up. You guys
we'll put the thing with Lock It Up, and there's a couple of newer ones that we have. We're actually looking to record them soon and add them onto the EP that we have. You're
gonna put them on. You're gonna go to the same dude and everything.
Yeah, go to Johnny Craze.
You sure? That's kind of. I never heard anybody doing that. Like you just adding on.
Yeah, man.
Make a part 2.
Make a part 2.
You know, you got the black cover and make the white cover.
Yeah,
full of Metallica or whoever the fuck did that. You know.
Look, if you don't got that thing that Kiss put in, that love gun, I'm good. People need to start packaging stuff.
What was those guys?
Remember that love gun? That gun that snapped out? Come on.
No, dude.
Oh, dude, I wasn't born when Love Gun came
Wait a
out.
second.
Bro.
Before that, come on,
Son.
Mark. Before that, Sticky Fingers, bro. Remember? They actually had the zipper.
Yeah, they had a zipper.
The Stones.
Them and Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong had that big bamboo.
Yeah, well, yeah, they gave you rolling papers,
And
right?
Didn't Zeppelin do something in 80s
yes.
with the
the
sponge if you wipe the record?
that was it. In Through the Out, there was a color by number set.
Oh, it was. It
Yeah.
wasn't. Oh, see,
Yeah,
when by the
just-
time we got
I
it, it
actually-
was just a freaking brown bag and a
Yeah.
picture on the. You know,
I actually found out. About that, like the wrong way. You know, I had the Zeppelin record. I actually bought it used. Remember Pierre Platter Records in Hoboken?
Oh, fuck,
Yes.
yeah.
I bought it there like for $3 Into the Outdoor. And I'm listening to it and whatever, and hanging out with a couple of friends. I knock a beer over. And the album like came to life. Like the water, the colors were running. I'm like, what? And I lift it up. I'm like, oh, how is this? And then I found out.
Dude, no, you said Pierre Platters.
Yeah,
dude.
Pierre
That
Platters.
just brought me the fuck back, bro.
Actually, you know what's if I could probably like the first record that I bought there or album or whatever, I'll tell you what it was. I was 9 years old or 10. It was Come Out Feel the Noise. I bought the 45 Quiet Riot. The first time I had it was it cost me like $1.50.
Dude, I bought the 45 of Big Cheese from Nirvana there. Fucking sophomore in high school going over there, bro.
On what side? You were on the side by
What was it? Right over there by
Sam Goody used to be. Remember Sam Goody? Jesus.
Well, yeah,
Christ.
Sam Goody. Well, now it's a fucking a Rite Aid or whatever.
No,
or,
CVS and like
yeah.
a New York Sports
Sam Goody
Club.
was in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, man.
shit, dude.
Because that was like their second locale. They were around the
they
corner.
were cool. They had the 2 floors or whatever.
Yeah.
No, we went
They
to the
were
second
around.
floor.
Yeah, they had the around the corner, but they left that locale into
That was a good fucking. See, that was an underground fucking record store.
underground
Nobody's gonna
stuff,
know,
and
man.
they sold bootlegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I picked up a great bootleg, and the guy tells me like, "Listen, you're gonna want this bootleg." You know, he's like, it came like
Do you remember
white
that,
package.
Do you remember that? What is that fucking place in New York City, bro? That fucking.
It's only rock and roll.
No. The one by it's over there by
on the second floor.
the record store by fucking oh God,
Bleecker Bob's.
Yes, Bleecker
Yeah.
Bob's, right? They used to fucking have all the fucking bootleg videotapes and shit and all that.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I liked J&R Music World
J&R Music.
because they had a store that had the stuff that was hard to get.
I
And
know-
they're like,
I-
we'll
I-
order it. I hated those words.
I didn't have
the worst words. In
I
the
didn't
world.
I didn't have a car.
We
bro.
can order it. And you're like,
Yeah.
this store's supposed to have it.
So going back to Pierre Platter, the guy's like, I've seen what you buy and what you're asking for. He goes, you're gonna want this one. It was like $10,
What did he give you?
and it was white. It was no picture on it whatsoever. And I pull out the record, and it says, "Lecture by Professor Lester Chester." He goes, $10, just take it. I'm like, so I did. I wound up taking it, and what it was it was the actual recording, not the studio version, well, the live studio version of Unleashed in the East from Judas Priest.
Oh, shit.
It was actually a crowd recording, not a board recording.
nice.
So you only heard half of the leads. Because whoever had the tape,
Right,
the mic
it was on the left side.
was
or
on the
whatever.
left side.
Oh shit.
But the vocals were like clear as hell, man. And you hear the crowd.
No.
You know? Yeah, man.
That's crazy. It's
I still have it.
See, now they don't do that no more. Like they like pay attention to what you fucking buy. You know, you could chit chat with them and shit like that. Now it's like, what is it now? They do it. I mean,
I don't even know.
record store. I mean, what do you buy your records from?
You know, my friend Trev is getting on the big. I gave him about 12 records. He got a record player, and he's rolling with it. And he's like, dude, check what I got out. And every day it's the UPS thing. Every
Yeah,
week.
but fucking-
dude, check it out. And I'm like, what?
But
And he's
dude,
like,
I'm not-
and he's flipping the records are black. I think he got that band Horseburner. He goes, look. And I was like, cool, red. And he goes, check this out. And he flips it over and it's like this.
But dude, I'm not paying no fucking 50. I see him in bed. I'm
No.
not paying no 50, 60 fucking dollars
No,
for no fucking record.
you can get for a bunch of records. You can get $50. You can get a couple of records.
You know, we could get really good
You
records.
got to play the pricing game.
You here in Jersey, you can actually get good records.
What's the other record store in Hoboken over there on fucking Washington?
No, Tunes.
Tunes. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
records. up in
Tunes.
that
Actually, you know what I
motherfucker.
found in Tunes? Like is it in the El Cheapo bin? I found for $1. I found a Rhythm Trip record, Jersey band. Again, Tim McGurtry for $1. You know, couldn't go wrong with that.
Wow.
You know, but
I love those records that you take it. You ever like buy something you took a chance on? You're like, this is fucking great.
if
I didn't. I just went by the cover.
if you do like a little search on Google, up in Wayne, New Jersey, it's called Second Saturday.
Okay.
They have like a record swap. They do it the second Saturday of every month. And you can get like, because not only do they do records, they also do like videotapes and stuff like that. So
No.
you got to do a search for that because I didn't even know the address. I can't tell you off the top
Well,
of my head.
this month is the record.
Record release. That
Record
release,
week.
record. Yeah.
What do they call that? It's the 21st.
Record store day. Record
Right.
store
It's
day.
the 21st.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I got a limited edition Pennyroyal T last year from Nirvana.
Nice.
Fucking little 8-inch.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't have any
Put tape.
special
I put
records.
tape on it and fucking hung it on my wall.
I have Frampton Comes Alive, and it's a picture record where Peter Frampton's pictures
Nice.
on it, and the other side is a different picture of him.
I actually got
Hudson
the
Mall, Wow Records. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Big up to Wow Records, Hudson Mall. Kid.
Picture disc. I actually I got two of them. One of them is the Gene Simmons solo album
Wow, you got that on. Oh, like
on vinyl.
wow.
I have that. The
I
picture
had
disc.
them. I don't know if you know our boy Wookie.
What up?
I traded
I
it
know
off to
Wookie.
him. I had all the fucking ones from my brother left them.
Yeah.
All the old Kiss records. But yeah, Ace had the best record though. I just had to say that.
Actually, no.
Ace.
Peter Criss had the best record.
He had writers.
Dude, look,
He had writers.
Peter Criss has the best solo
Peter's
record.
style was different.
He had
than all of them.
writers, man.
He was the 50s crooning motherfucker.
Absolutely, man.
He didn't write his
When
own
your
shit.
grandfather liked
You-
brushes and shit,
You
so
see
did
how
Peter
fucking
Criss.
you see how Paul ripped him a new asshole in his book?
Oh, come
No,
on.
I
You know,
think
Paul's-
each
Paul's
record
like-
has their own
Paul's like-
justice.
But, you know,
He didn't write Beth. He had writers.
Oh, come on. He's a drummer, man. Go leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Or how he did that quick little 5-minute fucking vault thing with Gene. Hey, Gene, we eat ding dongs. Bye.
When it comes to Kiss, man, you just want to hear other tunes.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Yeah.
"Got Love for Sale." Like
Listen.
I don't like, there's certain tunes like I don't listen anymore. Like
Listen,
"Take Me," like
with
and I-
Kiss,
I listen to
Take
that.
me.
Love that.
There's only
Anywhere you
when it comes to
want
Kiss, there's only one record you need to own. That's a live one.
Destroyer, man.
If you don't have that record,
Destroyer.
if you don't have a live one,
The live one got me.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the one.
No, you know what got me? Hot in the Shade.
Yeah.
That's the first
We
record.
have,
ever.
oh, look at this, kids.
Hot in the
Look at
Shade
these
and
kids,
the-
dude.
You're into the lick it up
What was
version.
it? Hot in the Shade and what is it? Thrashes, smashes,
Remember that
and
song?
hits.
Oh, that was. I actually
that was
liked. That was a
actually-
really good
that was
remix
really
of a
good.
record.
That's when they actually
At the
fucking like, what,
time.
they got, let's put the X in sex.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's what
whoa.
I had,
Put the X in sex. That was real good,
That's
dude.
when I
I
had
like
my
that.
my dude on drums that passed away.
Yes.
Oh, car.
Yeah,
Rest
Eric
in peace.
Carr, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
No, I like that weird turnaround point of Kiss there, and then that was weird because Ace did the same song as they did.
Yeah, man. It's kind of like
Hide Your
with
Heart.
Oh,
Ace
that was
does
a
that.
great fucking song, dude.
That's
but
kinda
listen
like,
to Aces too. It's
yeah,
good.
man, that's
Nobody
kinda
knows the
like,
Aces
I
version.
I think of the Bronx when I was fucking.
when you
that
think
fuck.
of David Lee Roth, when he separated
Yes,
from Van Halen,
that's the world of right.
he started another band that was like literally Van Halen.
It's- yeah, no, he had
When you got
what?
Billy
what-
Sheen.
Billy
was
Sheen,
it
and
Jeff
Besson.
Becker? What was
No,
it?
he had the first record. The first
Why?
solo record. He had the Billy Sheen
I saw it.
and
Greatest show on earth.
No,
Greg Bisonetti on drums.
That's right.
And then he got Bissonetti's brother on keys for the second album. Remember?
And bass.
And bass.
Who's that other guitar player?
It
Jeff
didn't measure
and,
up. It was
and
good
of
though.
course, Steve Vai.
Nah, but you know the other fucking.
And then he had Jeff Graham or something.
Jason Becker played with him.
Jason, there you go.
Yeah, I got that documentary. He's still with us, man. He lives like Hawking did.
Remember Cacophony, right? Remember that?
Yep.
Jason Becker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Fucking oof. Man, that's fucking
But when you listen to that David Lee Roth record,
chewing over there.
Scum, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you had some food over there, or something, man.
Come on.
Like,
Come on.
We already ate.
Come on.
Look at you. What are you talking
you want some chips?
Come
You
on.
want some hot chips?
Come on, Shy Boy, Elephant Gun, Tobacco Road.
I love all that.
Killer songs, man.
Dude, I love all that. I saw that tour. That was one of those I went to twice. I went to the one at the Brendan Byrne and one at the Garden. Then I saw the next tour twice.
But you're right though. But
I went. Then I followed Dave into the clubs. He did
Yeah.
a couple of shows at the Academy in Manhattan.
But didn't he? But did he ever fucking? Because I really wasn't listening to music back then. I was very young. But I mean, did he fucking actually get out of the whole Van Halen kind of feel? Like since he was kind of like it was like Van Halen 2.
Dude,
It wasn't Van Halen too, because
check it out. It was fucking rings, surfboards. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck did this guy do?
Right.
He did a lot that he didn't.
and he had
do
that
and-
recurring character. Remember, like that manager. Forget about it, Dave. Remember
hilarious.
that guy grabbing this crotch every 5
You want to
minutes?
know? You want to know? I had tickets ready to go in my hand, and I fucked the question up because right when they were giving tickets away, I called up Q104, and it was like, "What person is his brother?" or something on the record, and I couldn't get that. It was Pete Angelise. Pete Angelise.
Yeah,
is his-
you'll never forget
and
that now.
I named some dude on the record that I thought because I was like, "Oh, it's gotta be," and I'm like Lenny Warnaker, and they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Fuck!" I called up again, but when the guy said it, I went, "That's right. That's the guy going. Forget about it, Dave. Forget about it." Pete Angelise,
And
that
you'll
was
never
the-
forget
I'll
that
never
fucking
get
name again.
Never.
And he walked. That guy, man.
Give me a bucket of chicken
Remember that?
and some tofu.
That guy
No,
walked
all
in
of
there.
it. It was very hilarious. The girl, the lady. My doctor says I have to take a laxative. Give me a bottle
Well,
of
I'll tell you
anything
this.
and a
He
glazed
was
donut.
very fucking entertaining, but when I saw him come back with Van Halen, he was just entertaining, bro. The vocals are gone.
Well,
They hate each other. There's no
Hagar
originality
has the
of
fucking
any kind of
vocals.
whim of fun or anything in that band. And
No,
it
I
sucks.
heard Eddie fucking hates his guns.
They all hate each other.
they
dude.
all hate each other, man.
I'm gonna play
Nah,
Luna
you can't hate
Down
your brother.
right now. I'm gonna play a song for us from Jersey City Boys. We'll come back.
Who are
The
they?
Van Halen fights. Luna Down. I was in this
Luna
band.
Down. All right.
Guy Mark made this band right here in Pearl.
All right.
And
What about Lovecraft? Bring him back.
Lovecraft. Here's some tune. Push by Luna Down.
It's just insane sometimes not to get you. All you really want to do is just get what you want. Don't need no power of attorney unless you're gonna drop some paper on you. A matter of course, open source, divorce, chemtrails in the sky. Your Honor, I swear that's a lie. It seems too early in the morning. Way too soon to have it out with you. Couldn't even get my morning cup of coffee before you drop the list of things to do. A matter of course, open source, divorce, chemtrails in the sky. The internet, it never lies. European swingers and a daily list to do. Way too many options, yeah, far too much to choose. Nicotine and coffee will get you through the day. But with amateurs gone wild, you never have to pay. You need to push to get the action going. There ain't no other way that's gonna get you through the day. You gotta push. You gotta keep that action going. There really ain't no other way unless you say push. You know everything's all right in the world. Would you come around with that big old smile? Stepping out of the shower all nice and fresh. Use that philosophy. You know, QVC or something like that. Smelling all clean and all fresh, looking all sexy. Cotton shirt. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Everything's all right in the world now. There really ain't no other way around it. You know that girl is the best thing that ever happened to you. Yeah, you. Nicotine and coffee, she's waiting there for you. Nothing left to think about, there ain't nothing left to do. Forget about the morning, it's soon enough to come. You know that girl in front of you, yeah, she's your only one. That's the truth. Stop.
Yeah, Luna down, push.
Back, motherfucker.
Nice.
Back like
Like that
Playing
too,
some
man.
tunes. That's cool, right?
Yeah, man.
What do you think? We're playing a bunch of tunes.
Luna
It just, you know,
motherfucking down.
Guys we know, friends. That's what we do
Digging
here,
it.
man. We're
Those
not going
are-
to play no other stuff, so we got it all.
Well,
right
they
here.
did give the blessing for the play their stuff, and they also said, "Hey, what's up, Mark A. Bernardo?"
Thanks. And that's got to be Larry on drums. Thanks, Mark. That's got to be Larry on drums. I know that's Slap Happy. That snare sound.
They threw the middle name in there, Mark A.
Oh, that's what I know. I think that has a good ring to it. Mark A.
A.
Bernardo.
Hey,
Mark Anthony Bernardo. Like, hey.
hey.
That is my name. Don't wear it
You know, if his name was Bobby, hey, Bobby. Yeah. We like that or something.
That's the thing with having names like that. You know, like if your name is Robert, how do you decide if you're gonna be Bob, Bobby, or Rob? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what about how the fuck do you get fucking Dick from Richard?
Yeah, right.
That's the fucking question I want to ask God. You know, if I go up there and there is a God or whatever, you know, I know some people
Dick
that
from
don't watch
Richard.
it don't believe in it, but I'm like, yo, how the fuck did you get fucking Dick from Richard?
I have no idea.
How? You know, or like people really legit back in the day named their kids Dick.
Yeah, right.
You know, what Dick Clark.
Yeah, right.
Like I could never look that guy in the
This
face
picture,
and
your
say,
last name was Harding, right?
Dick Harding.
Sounds like a baseball player, right?
Oh God.
All right, playing second base. Dick Harding on second base today.
Well, I knew a kid in Grand was named Hard Dick.
Well, going back, there was a player on the Minnesota Twins. You can look this up.
Oh God.
His name was Eric Kuntz.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember Eric Kuntz?
But wasn't it K? With a K?
It was with a
It
K.
doesn't
Eric
matter
Kuntz.
still, bro. Fucking shit.
If there's ever a baseball card to chase down on friggin' eBay,
It's like, though,
Eric Kuntz.
he's a cunt. Hey, they must have loved him in Europe. That fucking cunts.
You know, and going up your way with wrestling.
Oh, here we
Back
go.
in the early days, the one referee, Dick Worley, WWF.
Dick
Remember
Worley
Dick
was
Worley?
That's a funny name.
I was like, fuck what?
I like my guy was Gary Michael Capetta. Do you remember that?
Fuck is.
Gary Michael Capetta.
All right, the
I-
match.
wait, that-
Check it out, guys. The match starts, and underneath here it comes. It scrolls. Tonight, Nassau Coliseum. That guy with the voice that had the scroll across. He'd say everything was on the scroll. The Garden on the 25th.
Yeah.
Coming to the Spectrum. That was Gary Michael Capetta. He was that little shit voice on the WWF. That was all he was known for.
And remember,
Coming to you, and it's like scrolling, and you're like, fuck.
remember
dude.
the favorite venue for the WWF shows back then? The Susan Wagner Gym. Remember that?
Yeah.
Out in Long Island.
That ain't nothing. If you watch the Florida wrestling I watched on the Spanish channels, I don't even know. That was like the Maria room in my OLM. It was
No,
ridiculous.
That was like,
It was like 60 people. Like 10 or 15 over here, 20 over here, and like there was a wall. Yeah.
It was like WCCW. The world's...
Yeah, the one with Gordon Soley.
No.
Oh,
No,
you're-
Florida.
no, you're-
I'm talking in the 70s. Gordon Soley was on
Gordon Soley was he was
Florida
NWA,
and Atlanta.
but he was NWA too.
Yeah.
Right, that's later. You
Remember?
guys are talking 84. I'm
If
talking
you heard it here, folks.
I'm talking like
No, but
1978.
Gordon Soley, he is like everybody considers him. Every wrestling fan from my generation
yeah,
considers him. He is
absolutely.
the voice of wrestling.
Yes.
Gordon Soley.
Remember, he always had that line. Folks, if you've seen it here, you've seen it here first.
Yes.
But WCCW...
You know what's funny? Never took a punch, right?
No.
No, he's a fucking announcer. He was a
Nah, but all these dudes always give in. and
No,
there's
but,
something.
no, but well, back then they didn't fuck. You didn't hit the announcer. The announcer made or break you, bro.
yeah, no, never.
There was rules. Listen, in attesting to what you say, not touching the announcer, there was actually a steel cage match where they tried to give the fans the feel of being inside the steel cage. So they actually had the announcers inside the cage, and they're there with the microphone.
Really?
Oh, you're talking about the old
school.
shit,
Remember that
yeah.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit!
And they
dude.
didn't get touched.
That's
But
crazy.
going back to like small places, WCCW out of
Which one? Oh, you talking about fucking the
Atlanta. The
No,
one you
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
Atlanta?
It's
Fort Worth,
the
Texas.
Von Erichs.
the Von Erichs. You see the Dallas, Texas.
No, I think it was
Yeah,
Dallas.
it was Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
The world's famous sportatorium.
Yes.
They
Yep.
used to auction off cows there during the week.
Yeah.
And then turn it into a wrestling hall.
A lot
Right?
of legends
And-
played
and-
there, bro.
And I remember one
Stone
time, I'm
Cold
like,
fucking fought there his first
and I'm
match.
saying to myself, world's famous sportatorium. And this is before, the internet and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually called up, like, some number that I found about things in Texas. And I asked them about the world's famous. And they had, like, we don't know what you're talking about. And then I gave them the address because they always used to give the address. I said, it's a 1000 South Industrial Road. They're like, oh, that's not too far from the book depository where they killed freaking Kennedy. It was like about
so
like
it's
3
right
blocks
there.
away from the actual. He goes, if you go outside, I mean, actually now if you look on Google or Google Maps, if you actually like Google the picture and you look at South Industrial Road, obviously it's not there no more. The world's famous. It's really like 4 blocks away.
So they knew that, but they didn't know where the fucking Von Erichs, Terry Funk, the Funk brothers fought, or fucking
The
Flair. Nobody.
Iceman King Parsons, bro.
Oh shit!
Come on, we're gonna go back.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Too funny. Wrestling. Nah, I liked wrestling. I was there when Hogan beat the Sheik.
Oh man.
Oh fucking way!
January 24th, 1984.
I got
Yeah,
I got to pin you to take that title.
Actually,
from
was
you.
that a Monday night or a Sunday night? Because I know the Redskins played the Raiders in that Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and then my friends, the Manzos, were like, "You want to come?" Bang, I go. And it was a weird night because I ran into somebody and I noticed, and I went, "Dude, look at this guy." We're in the seat where it ends and there's an entrance. The Tonga Kid was like, his first wrestling match was like early in the week. He's sitting there in a tux. So something happened where we got his autograph, and the next thing you know, he took the camera later on and brought it in the locker room. So now we're hanging out. We're being kids. We're watching the match. We're running back at popcorn. Now we're like, oh, where's the Tonga Kid?
He beat you for your
Now,
camera?
kind of. We were like, let me go get Mr. Manzo. He comes down. He goes in there. Next thing you know, a dude comes out, and he has the camera. And
So
he had the
did he
pictures
try
of
to
this
beat
stuff.
you for the camera?
There was a picture of SD. No, he was getting pictures like, we saw like Andre's Army. People were like waiting for him. Yeah,
shit.
but SD Jones in the hallway. There was that other dude who was like Jose Luis. What was those two?
Jose
wrestlers?
Luis Rivera.
Right? And Johnny Estrada.
Johnny
Johnny Rod, unpredictable.
The unpredictable Johnny Rods, bro.
Exactly. Those 3 Latino wrestlers,
shit.
you had to know.
Yeah,
You knew
man.
they were from the Bronx. They came there in a cab or somebody dropped them off. Little bone ride in a
And
Cadillac.
the funny thing is, you mentioned the 3 Latino wrestlers. Weren't they always the 3 guys every week that fought Andre the Giant?
The 3 of them at once.
At the 3, it was like what they call that? A lumberjack match or
No, that's
a
handicap match. That's what it was. It's always the 3 Hispanic, the 3 smallest guys.
Johnny
Just
Rods
punching on
has
him.
a school out here, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Teaches wrestling.
Good
yeah.
for him, man. Good for him. Dude, that was a great heel
he had
wrestlers
he had
of
the
day.
greatest trunks ever, like pink leotards with green trunks.
They didn't throw Pedro
I
Morales in there?
I
Pedro
miss
Morales.
Swede Hansen. Remember
that guy?
Swede Hansen?
Big Sweet Hansen chewing tobacco.
Dude, wasn't he like 63 when we first started watching wrestling? You're
What are
like,
you
dude,
talking
you
about?
really
he
need to
was
do
a
this?
big
You're
guy.
not talking
was
about
very
Stan
big.
Hansen, Stan the Lariat Hansen?
No,
That too, I remember
Swede
him.
Hansen.
Swede Hansen. He
Hansen.
wore the thing like Andre does, that one thing coming across your body.
Caveman.
Yeah,
That
hilarious.
Captain Caveman thing.
Yeah, that was those guys that like, look, we're trying to work into the WWF here.
The
I'm
jobs.
57. He was kind of old, I thought.
But actually, when you mentioned SD Jones, I actually met
Special
SD
delivery
Jones.
with his bullet hole in his back.
Yeah,
right?
I
Little
actually met
bullet hole.
SD
Ooh.
Jones, and I met him probably in the most ridiculous place ever.
Where?
But I recognized him because I was walking by. I was in Times Square, and I'm coming back. I forgot what I was doing. I might have gone to 48th Street to get a guitar or picks or something like that. And on the way back, I'm cutting down by the New York Post building.
Yeah.
I remember how they had all those garage bays. I walked by and I see this dude in the security guard uniform. I'm like, no way. So I said, no, that's SD Jones. Like, I saw this guy's face every day on Saturdays and on Tuesdays when they had TNT. And I'm like, that has to be SD Jones. He was still, jacked up a little bit. So I go back and I walk by and I do like the third pass. I'm like, I got to go ask him. So I said, excuse me, sir. Are you by any chance SD Jones? He's like, yes, I am. He was working as a security guard at the New York Post.
Wow.
And, and he's like, yeah, a lot of people walk by here and they say, what's up? They recognize me. And I'm like, I had no idea. Like, you worked there. I was just like,
So he wasn't making that much money then.
yeah, man. But yeah, I freaking SD Jones. I mean, he was already a lot older, but you could, he was still big, relatively big.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys don't.
That was
shrink,
cool when
man.
they let them win once in a while. I'm like, oh, and he beat like the number 2 contender. I love that.
But
They
you had
gave
to
him
do that, because he was the guy that he wasn't really a jobber. He was like the in between guy, like the ABC.
Because at any moment he'd be Tito Santana partner in a second against
Well, he's
somebody.
an enhancement talent now.
But the thing was, like, those dudes won with the cheapest moves ever. Like the guy won like with a forearm to the head.
No, they'd make him win real weird.
The
Did
small
they
package.
Vince,
Small package.
Yeah, well, Vince would shock you. Vince would call the call of the shock would be bigger than the move. That was the whole thing with that. It was like, oh, and then everybody would react like, fucking Spencer D. Jerome just beat the fucking dude who was gonna. He'd always beat the guy that was number 1 to the belt.
Yeah,
that would make it shit interesting.
And then you just get up and start jumping for joy, like, yes, I finally won.
No, the best is the clip of Bob Backlund fucking beating like the Moondogs or something, and all the kids jump in the ring, and it's just him with his fucking belt, and every kid like, yeah.
Oh, he was big deal back then.
He was, but now that I look back, wow, like there's so much bull. Like everybody hated it. It was just like it's all called bullshit.
But I'll tell you something about Bob Backlund, bro. People never pay attention to how strong that guy was.
Did those things.
Yeah.
He did that thing the whole show?
Yeah,
He
man.
did the wheel the whole show.
Like 60 minutes of just going back. And then Sergeant Slaughter came out and started hitting him with the riding croc. Remember that? He started whipping him.
But what didn't the Iron Sheik hit him come out the next week with
those-
these weird Iranian clubs?
Oh,
Try to
clubs.
balance?
You try to fucking spin that shit. He said those shits were like fucking 80 pounds.
They were
each.
80 pounds, and you had to keep them up, right?
Yeah.
And now he's juggling them, and then I don't know.
He actually started doing it, and then Sheik gave him one from behind,
Yeah.
Well, he took the belt from him.
But that was the setup.
Yeah, Sheik beat
The
him.
thing hit him in the back, and he was hurt.
Yeah.
And they tried to scrap the match. He's like,
That's the only Iranian heavyweight champion ever in wrestling, bro.
On crack.
on crack.
Oh no! This was before he was on crack.
Yeah.
No,
Well, him and
back then in
him
the
and
70s,
Jim
he
Duggan
was
got
like-
caught on the turnpike.
Right, yeah, go
Hilarious.
He was legit in the 70s. He didn't do none of that shit in the 70s.
Well, then when in the 70s, when he came through, there was AWA. No, NWA or AWA.
Well, there was all of them. But I mean, the big one was NWA. Like,
But he was an AWA guy for a while. He broke in with Ric Flair and
Florida
and
and
Brad,
Georgia
he
wrestling.
broke it-
Brad
yeah,
Riggins and all
AWA.
those guys.
Yeah, it was fucking
Florida,
and,
Georgia. What was
the Gagnes?
the Gagne. Yeah,
what was
Greg
the Nick
Gagne.
Bockwinkel one?
Oh, yeah, AWA.
Always on ESPN for years.
Well, what did you got?
Larry
You got
Zbyszko.
AWA, WWF, and WCCW.
WCCW.
They all
and-
broke off from the NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that Gordon Soley thing I used to watch was a minor league of what everybody used to watch on Saturdays.
I know exactly what you're
From
talking
Florida,
about.
Florida wrestling.
And that's where Jim Ross got his start. UWF.
Yes.
yeah.
Steve Williams was like their big
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death. Steve Williams, bro.
Know what I like?
Remember the Freebirds used to wrestle
The
on there.
Missing Link was my dude. That was some
Remember
crazy
that guy,
shit.
the Missing Link? He actually started out in WCCW.
Yeah.
The Missing Link.
Crazy. Yeah, we're gonna play a song right now. We're on like some wrestling
Come
talk.
on, man. Well, WrestleMania is
It
tomorrow.
is. I'm gonna play this thing you gave me, and I didn't even say it. Erciyes Fragment.
Let me see. Erciyes.
Avarice's Fragment.
All right.
This is
That's another
Culpable
It's
Deceit.
another Mad Max, bro. That's
44th and Park.
that's Gio's band up there.
2017 release. Let's do it.
I'm known for fucking up names of bands, bro. But you know, when we get you guys on the podcast, bro, I'll apologize personally. But Erciyes Fragment, I think they're called. That's Gio's band from up in Mamax. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to find some stuff like that. I found them on Bandcamp. Badass motherfuckers. But what's going on, Zeus? You say you got fucking Doc on the phone?
We got Doc on the phone.
Well, can we hear anything? Is he?
Go ahead, Doc.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. You can hear him.
We hear
What's
him
up?
good. You're on. You're live, Doc.
That's good.
Modern technology is really mind-boggling.
This
First
is great.
phone call.
This is our first.
This is
official.
you're the first call in to the dungeon.
I feel super honored. I'm actually at home pleasuring myself to the extent of that.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Yankees won. Yay! See the game?
One thing I can tell you is I cannot hear what anybody else is saying, so I have no fucking idea what's going on.
Well, did the Yankees win?
I said the Yankees won. I said, yeah.
The Yankees did win. 8-3.
Oh, there you go, Mark. Now you can come.
Yay. Yeah, last night was a tough one. That they come back. So what else is new, man? We're going to play a couple of more tunes. We want to know a tune for Mamaluke to play, man.
Go ahead, call it, brother.
What songs are we playing for the All-Star game?
No, for the dungeon.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to play a song right now?
Well, no, we're playing the song. You pick which one.
Oh, you played like, what's the fuck going on? I don't know, man. Maybe a little, this is the first song?
That'll work.
You guys are playing?
That'll work. Where are you? You home right now?
Whatever your heart desires there.
Yeah.
Shit.
What you got? We got the
They're
whole.
all hits, I say.
No, we got them. Which one you want? Live It Up or friggin',
He said the fix. He said the first.
You want to go with
Permission to play with toys.
Hey, Permission. Yeah, that's a good one.
I will.
Permission.
Do me a favor. Grab your speaker, Alex, and sit on it. No, I'm just just playing. Come close to the speaker. I'm just playing. All right, we're going to rock a tune, bro. You're involved. Check it out. This is the Permission to Play with Toys by Mamaluke.
Hold on. Let's get a little commentary on the song from Alex, who just chimed in.
Go ahead, Alex.
My bandmate and Mamaluke. Go ahead, bro. Take it away. Give us a little background on Permission, because he actually was the author of the lyrics. And go ahead, man. Take it away.
It's about the gross military complex we have in this country, and basically that wars are created because we have a shitload of toys that people want to play with. You know, Halliburton's the world make money on war. So wherever there's going to be something that somebody's going to make money off of, then you know damn well that practice is going to stay high in demand. That's pretty much what Permission to Play with Toys is about.
Fucking facts.
Great words.
All right, brother. Thank you. Bandmate. I'll see you later on. Hold on.
Right.
Don't click off on
guys.
us. No. Don't click off on us.
Don't click off.
Nah.
I'll stick around.
Gotta hang out, bro.
Hang out for a bit.
You're hanging out a minute.
All right.
There you go.
That song sounds familiar.
Does it work? Can we hear him?
Alex, you're with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I hear you.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Playing, we were talking about how it's this is or maybe one of the whole band's favorite songs to play live because it's just fucking fun, you know. It's one of the few Mamaluke songs that has like that stereotypical metal sort of breakdown part, you know, where people are supposed to fucking kick each other in the face or something.
Word.
This is good things. Once again, folks, joining us by phone for the first time ever on the dungeon, my bandmate and a friend for a very long time, Alex Di Benedetto, singer-songwriter, otherwise known as the Doc.
Thank you for having me in this very monumental historic event here with bringing telephone technology to the dungeon. It's really
First time ever.
yeah, man. Usually dungeons are just for S&M, but
Well, today is for Mamaluke. So I don't know. Talk up a little Mamaluke business. I did already. So.
Mamaluke. I imagine you talked about the All-Star Jam coming up.
Absolutely.
I will throw another shout out to them. If anybody's around Hoboken this Saturday, the 14th, definitely swing by the Elks Club. And, well, first you got to buy a ticket, you bastards. For special needs children, you can get it on the Hoboken All-Star Champ website. $25.
Something like that, 25, 26. Yeah.
It goes to charity.
And a little.
Nobody playing the show is going to get rich doing it. So you know that.
It's for the children. It's for the kids.
We got an open bar. I don't know if I'm free bar, but a cheap ass. I'm pretty much sure mostly everybody drinks elk prices that night.
Well, and you can't beat the downstairs bar at the Elks.
Yeah.
Throwbacks are at a premium.
Oh,
You'll
man.
save money. You're paying the $25. You'll save money rather than going out to another bar paying $6 a pint. You know.
Yeah, man.
Look at it that way. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, Mamaluke's still trucking along, man. Working on some new shit. We hope to get back to Weehawken and work on our next EP soon.
And Johnny Craze.
What's your time slot on that Hoboken?
Oh, well, we can't give away the time slot.
Really?
Just be there.
That's some secret shit.
There you go.
Because there's another 11 bands involved. So if we start giving out time slots,
That's it? I thought there was more than that.
people are gonna show up and like watch whoever they want and leave. So
Well, did you say they used to do that back in the metal days?
yeah, that's how it was. You know, but yeah, man.
Gotta enjoy the venue as one. That's all I know.
You know.
What do we listen to in the back? You know we're pumping this around. You know we got in the back.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, The Fix. Yeah, man. Great tune.
Yeah, that was good.
Ripper Tunes.
Ribbon tunes. Yeah, we have a video for that on YouTube.
I believe we have played Mamaluke in the past. Wasn't this? That was the other one.
No, we played Hudson County Strong.
Oh,
That's right.
nice. That's another good one, too.
And Prey on the Week. So,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, man.
letting everybody get down with it.
Absolutely. That's cool. It was a cool experience recording this record or EP, whatever you want to call it.
I remember when I first heard you guys, I kind of thought you guys were like True Blood music. I was like, oh, they're playing some like Louisiana shit. It's like True Blood.
That was I think it was a Hudson County Strong.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, remember you came in, you're like, what? That breakdown. Remember you
Yeah.
came out and you guys, what was that you guys were playing? It was like this bayou type bluesy, and then all of a sudden go into this like, dun, dun, dun. Remember that?
Yeah. And I was like, that's when I was really watching True Blood at the time. And I was like, oh, these guys are from like True Blood or something, bro.
Man, remember, yeah, Alex.
We could definitely have a sort of bipolar sound at times. I don't know. I think it just goes with we all have shitloads of different influences, you know? It's like one guy wants to sound like P-Funk. One guy wants to sound like fucking Slayer. One guy wants to sound like Springsteen. So it's like a million different influences.
It melds. It gels well, you know? I mean, it gels pretty good.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Again, I can't hear anything besides just I can't hear what anybody's saying, so I'm sort of blind on the conversation. My apologies. But yeah, I mean, if it's about the meld of sounds, I mean, ultimately we're rock and roll. You know, that's first and foremost. But you know, I grew up.
Remember the first Pearl Fest when we started hanging out together.
Oh, you talking about the fucking
with
Valentine's Day Massacre?
Yeah, with you guys. Remember, it got snowed out the first time.
Yeah.
Remember? Like a blizzard, remember?
Yeah.
Then the second time around was the day before Valentine's Day, and I think it was like 7 degrees out. Remember, we had the beers out on the freaking outside the fire escape over there by Joe's, and it was colder, the ones from outside than the ones who were in the cooler indoors.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I do remember we ran out of beer really early, and people were upset.
Oh
They
yeah.
were like, and I remember roller discoing in one of the studio rooms in Cook Street studio.
Yeah, man.
Without minus the roller skates.
Yeah,
So
man.
we were definitely, and we were out alcohol at that point, which tells you how strange some people.
Yeah,
were
what you got? You guys sold like 2 cases in like 30 minutes?
Yeah, we bought 3 30-packs at Buy Right. They were gone. Because we were selling them 1 for 3, 2 for 5.
Fuck that shit. I was like, make money on it.
I mean, dude, they flew out the door. Yeah, people were just buying them like crazy.
I remember, I had 2 cases of water. Everybody was buying beer. Nobody wanted water.
Hey, sorry. We were in a better business that night, my friend.
Yeah, definitely beer. That's where it's at. You want people to come sell beer, sell it cheap.
Yeah.
And they'll come. The other thing, sad part, I'd be like, I remember every time we did something at Pearl, like the couple of times we did, Mark was always like, damn, I got to work that day. Damn, I got to work that day. Damn, I got to work that day.
Mark missed out on all that shit.
A lot of shit.
He missed out. And I remember when I got my Music Man, even before I played it, he's like, well, that's a really nice bass. I was like, you want to check it out? I was like, yeah. I haven't played bass in such a long time.
Fucking beautiful. Yeah.
So he actually popped a cherry on my bass.
Oh, did. Was I playing anything good? To just give it a little
Music
groove?
Man, for some reason, I just found out that Music Men are made by Fender, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I don't know why I was late to the game knowing that fact. I was like, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, there was actually an independent company at one time. There was actually a Music Man brand that was on its own.
Yeah.
Fender bought them out back in the 70s.
I see.
Yeah.
Fender bought them out. Oh, okay.
Well, buy up all your Gibsons, bro, before they go out of business now.
The Gibsons, no, man. You know, buy up all your Chibsons before they start getting expensive. Because this trade war is about to go down, bro. Those wish prices where you get stuff like for $5, that's gonna change soon, man. So that SG that you were looking at for $175.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, can't say SG.
It was like
The Tony Iommi model. Oh, can't say Tony either.
what, Tony, I hope you get a wax finger punch you? What is
Yeah, something like that, man.
What the fuck's gonna happen there? Like, let me tell you, mate. Can't use my SG, mate. Fucking stocky.
He's gonna wax fingers.
The wax finger model.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Well, Zeus, we're at 2 hours and 13 minutes here.
Wow.
We're gonna have to cut it down. We're gonna have to do a part 1 and a part 2 for you, bro.
Sounds
I
good.
can tell a quick. I can tell one quick Tony Iommi story.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
My brother worked at SST Weedwalking, which is like a company that rents, equipment to bands, local shows in the New York City area. And fucking Black Sabbath was fucking practicing in SST before their gig. So like, imagine coming into work and seeing fucking Black Sabbath. Now my brother is fucking hugest Geezer Butler fan, and he just was trying to talk to Geezer Butler, man. Like, and Geezer Butler's like, no, man, I don't want to hear it. Like, I had enough people suck my dick, basically. Look, I don't need some other fucking pleb to come and tell me I'm a good bass player. It's like, yeah, I know I am. Fair enough. Fucking Tony Iommi comes like a little bit later. And Tony Iommi is trying to get everybody in SST, including my brother, to prank fucking Geezer Butler by like putting like confetti and pieces of paper and all these like gift bags and shit. So, long story short, they fucking did it. Geezer Butler was pretty pissed off, and even longer story short, the SST crew had to clean all that shit up. So I guess the real joke was on that.
Oh, they got fucking pranked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they got pranked.
They got pranked.
If Tony Iommi tells you to do something, you do it. That's the moral of that story.
Well, if a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tells you to do something.
No, exactly.
The Godfathers of Metal. I don't care what anyone says.
I would have did it too.
Black Sabbath.
The great grandfathers of.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's now. They're the great grandfathers
Give
of
me a
now.
break. I don't care what you tell me. These guys, that dude, Black Sabbath. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
That first record, gloom. But you can say what you want about Black Sabbath. Oh, people always say, oh, those devil worshippers. But if you listen to those lyrics,
It's not.
Ozzy was the
Dude, but
biggest,
Ozzy didn't write the
like,
lyrics.
God-loving dude on this planet, man.
Ozzy didn't write the lyrics. The drummer did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Bill
know,
Ward.
but it was all about peace, love, and harmony, man. You know, it was just it was just the imagery and the name and the sound.
He would talk about like the warmongers and all the assholes like that are fucking up the world, but he wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be. could also talk about like drinking himself to death and shit.
Yeah.
And it's all from the poster. They saw the poster.
the
Black
movie.
Sabbath.
The
They were
movie
like,
poster.
That's the name of our band. We're not Earth anymore.
Earthy.
All right, dudes. We want to thank you guys. Thanks for calling in, bro. This seemed to work out. You're in our left ear. You're in our left channel, but it's.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna work, man.
It's gonna
works
work.
out.
Dude.
It's gonna be cool.
The pioneer of call-ins to the dungeon, Alex Di Benedetto from Mamaluke.
Have a good night, gents. Hit me up
Hey,
when you're
brother.
home.
I'll see you at Louise and Jerry's.
Word.
All right, brother. Give me a call.
Go Yankees! 111 wins,
Good
bro.
night, Yankees.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo.
Mamaluke.
Mamaluke in the house. Zeus, that was cool, man.
That was
a little last minute thing we didn't even expect to happen, and it happened.
right, and it worked out. Now you have something, some other format to go back to.
Perfect.
To use for the next time.
You know, we got that little bing. I'm gonna get 3 sticks now. When I hit you with 3 sticks, that means unplug something. When I hit you with 2 sticks, that means you didn't listen to the first stick.
Kind of like who was that? The Honeymooners. Remember Norton? What's that fifth bell for?
what
Abandoned ship.
Wait, are we the fucking honeymooners over here? You're a fucking, you're fucking Art Carney? Where's Audrey Meadows and Joyce Randolph?
Oh boy.
I can't never forget those names,
That was
dude.
the best part about the Honeymooners. The best part about the Honeymooners had to be that one guy that played the mayor, the bus driver. I don't. You know what I'm talking about? That jabron. You know, the bowler.
Yeah.
You know, this, that.
That's funny.
Did you see the-
Back then, sure.
Did you see the first episode where fucking the wife was different on fucking oh god, fucking what's her name?
Audrey Meadows.
Yeah.
Alice Cramden.
Alice.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alice
there
was
was-
different.
There was actually 6 Alice Cramdens.
What?
There was actually 6 Alice Cramdens because what you saw on television was from a show that he was on. It was called Cavalcade of Stars, and it had like a little segment in it, and it became to television.
Yeah.
So there was there was actually 6 Alice Cramdens before.
My father used to tell me all that
My
shit from back
Aunt
then.
Doris was a June Taylor dancer,
Yeah.
and Jackie used to be on the Jackie Gleason show.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool information. Rest in peace, Aunt Doris.
And you being a Bayonne guy.
I'm
Come
a
on.
Jersey City guy. I just
Jersey
live
City
in
guy?
Bayonne now.
You used to
he
live in
don't like-
Bayonne?
He don't
I
like
just
hearing
live
that.
in- No, I'm just saying I live in Bayonne. I'm from Jersey. My family,
right.
everybody's from Jersey
So
City.
you
Where were you born?
The Taglarinis and the Bernardos
Where
are
were you-
from
where were you
Jersey
born?
City. I was born in Margaret Hague, Jersey
Oh,
City.
Yeah,
yeah,
brother.
that's old school.
Same here.
That's old
Right?
school.
Hey, Martha Stewart was born there too.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. Go
Way
figure.
before us, though. I think she's a little older. Than
Yeah,
us.
way before us.
Maybe 20
Yeah,
years.
man. You know, there's a great story with Margaret Hague. The great Mayor Hague, he named that hospital after his mom. But Mayor Frank Hague actually had a guy in his payroll that he used to pay, and the guy had one specific job. And when he got busted, when Frank Hague got busted, for corruption and all that stuff,
No.
they hold the guy into court and they question him. How do you justify this paycheck that you're getting from the mayor? He's like, well, first of all, they asked him, what was your job? His job was to make sure no elephants transversed up Montgomery. That was his official job.
Wow.
Sit here in front of the hospital, make sure no elephants walk up and down this block. And the guy goes, I justify the pay because have you heard of any elephants walking up and down?
He really did his job
He
very
really
well.
did his job. Remember, Frank Hague, I am the law, bro.
That's the shit, dude.
I am the law.
All right.
great.
Well, that's a great fucking ending right there. I love that fucking story, bro.
Yeah.
I need that job.
Yeah,
Bad.
Same here.
We're all just poor boys from Jersey City.
Where we going
man.
out with,
We're
Mark?
going
Where
out
we
with
going
poor
out
boys from Jersey City.
Poor
Ralph
boys from
Pedazzo.
JC.
That's an old, Ralph classic. Ralph banged this out. This was an old Cellmate song.
All right.
Nice.
And it's just a Jersey City hometown shit right here. Check this out, fellas.
All right.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
call that? Yeah. I just tapped it out, and you can stop it.
That was like there was the probably the first